Step right up, step right up, step right into another amazing show. And trust me, you will adore today's show. Yes, you. Auntie Miracle B is live on YouTube right now.
Okay. Bad boy, you already know what it is. Fly! Gang, gang.
I was sworn in this shit, look at my Pico.
Okay.
Hey, drugs, guns, murder, that's all we know.
You know that.
Hey, I jumped off the porch, I was a preteen.
That part.
Yeah, running through my city like a track meet.
That part.
I put years in this shit, I gotta run it up. I turned a 9 to a brick, I'm trying to run it up.
You know it.
Mama gotta pay the rent, I gotta run it up. Nobody never gave me shit, I gotta run it up.
That part.
I was born in this shit, I had it hard. Mama bust her ass working like 3 jobs. Teachers told me I was one to beat the odds, but I was learning math and learning how to ride. Saw my first homicide when I was 9. Caught my first bag, ran into a 9. Fuck school, I'm a trapper full time. I took the stick up off my locker, bitch, I'm high. Dumping through the city, I be counting it up. Yeah, I'm bullying with a bro that pouring juice in my cup. These little bitches be so thirsty, I ain't wifing you sluts. 25 for the bus, I probably got me some cuts. Yeah, I put my heart in this shit, I gotta run it up. Bro, I go hard with this shit, I'm trying to run it up. You niggas playing with the bag, I'ma run it up. Big dog with this shit, I gotta feed the pups. I put years in this shit, I gotta run it up. I turn a 9 to a brick, I'm trying to run it up. Mama trying to pay the rent, I gotta run it up. Nobody never gave me shit, I gotta run it up. Put them shooters on your neck, now that's a hit. You ain't gang talking down, gon' get you flipped. Grinding hard, mama trying to pay the rent. Grinding hard, dog, I gotta feed these kids. Flying kites till my homies doing bids. Hold your head, you gon' make it out the pen. That load ain't make it, homie, we gon' try again. Peyton Manning with the play, I'm trying to win. Still follow codes, I ain't fucking with rats. Put some bands on your head, know they coming for that. If it's less than 3-5, I ain't coming for that. Got some gas flying in, we gon' run up a bag. Let's get, I put my heart in this shit, I gotta run it up. Bro, I go hard with this shit, I'm trying to run it up. You niggas playing with the bag, I'ma run it up. Big dog with this shit, I gotta feed the pups. I put years in this shit, I gotta run it up. Turn a 9 to a brick, I'm trying to run it up. Mama trying to pay the rent, I gotta run it up. Nobody never gave me shit, I gotta run it up.
Okay. That was Mr. Brooks, Darrell Brooks, Math Boy Fly, one of his god awful rap songs. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing. Oh Lord, I hope you enjoyed seeing some BS today. I apologize for my absence. I've been meaning to come back for a couple of weeks, but I've been having migraines a lot. So, you know, the weather's been changing and it's hot and cold. It's snowing on one day and then it's 70 degrees the next. And so my sinuses just ain't feeling it. But anyway, I have been watching and rewatching all of the Darrell Brooks trials and cases. And I have also been watching his interrogation. And I find it's been really, really interesting, the interrogation. And why I find it so interesting is just that so many lies are in that interrogation, and his behavior makes some of his behavior in court. I can kind of understand why he was doing what he was doing. Why was he trying to come at Erica so hard? Well, in the interrogation, he was doing that to her. And thank you, Penny. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Thank you, girl. But he was doing he was just doing the most. And even though the issue was about the parade and the killing, all those people, his focus was on Erica Patterson. And I've determined that he had about 18 different defenses that he tried to work, but it didn't work. So his unsuccessful defenses, was he honked his horn, the windows were tinted, it wasn't his vehicle, multiple people in the house drove the vehicle. It wasn't him, the who was you. It wasn't him. The vehicle had a recall that made it impossible for him to stop. There was no plaintiff, because no plaintiff can, because there was no living person that could file a claim against him. There was no subject matter jurisdiction. They had mental health issues. It's Erica Patterson's fault. It was cold. People wore hats and couldn't hear the horn honking. He doesn't understand the proceedings. He doesn't consent to sentencing or to anything. He's a victim. There was no vehicle. The state can't file a claim. The judge and prosecution were in collusion. And some people were not injured or struck. Therefore, there was no intent. So those were all of his defenses that he tried to use in a nutshell. But anyway, I'm going to play some of his interrogation so you guys can see a narcissist at work and the sneaketry. And then I'll give my commentary and my reaction. Please make sure that you hit the like and you share and you subscribe. So let's go ahead and get the party started.
What did they get you for breakfast?
Some type of little sandwich. I didn't even eat it though.
Okay. All right. What did you eat last night?
Nothing.
Nothing? I know they got you something, didn't
I
they?
mean, some from Quick Trips and chips and so I didn't even eat it.
Okay.
And he did have a sandwich in
I know
his
you said you
pocket
hadn't
when he
eaten
got
since, like,
arrested.
Saturday, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Feel that way?
tried to, but
just kind of because you're unsure of what was happening.
unsure, the pain. I don't know. I'm like, what in the hell?
But you got something in your system now, so that you're not so.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I'm glad.
Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know, at this point, he got the night before, and the FBI interviewed him, and then he was claiming that he had a sore shoulder because he got slammed down by the arresting officers, even though we have documentation and proof that he voluntarily laid down himself with his hands in the air. So he was never slammed on the ground. So his right shoulder, he keeps trying to, move it around and shake it and be like, oh, I'm in pain. But he only does that during certain periods of this interrogation. Whenever we're talking about the tragedy with him driving his car into the parade, that's when his shoulder starts hurting. But any other time, he's moving his arms, like a person normally does when they're talking. And there's no indication of pain. So this is the second interview the next day with just the Waukesha police. And these are the two that he felt most comfortable with. And for some reason, I guess he thought they were friends. I'm not sure. But anyway, I just wanted to give that for those who are not aware of what time period, the time frame that we're in.
That's something. I know the shoulder's struggling.
Bad.
Shoulders worse than the knees, though.
Absolutely. I know something is wrong. I know something is wrong.
You're
I
right,
just
something
need to
wrong.
verify some more of the personal information. Can you bear with me and do that, Darrell? Do you mind that? some of the,
I just want to know what is going
I'm
on.
gonna tell you. But I got more to tell you than I did last night, so that might help you out. It took me a while to get, it's, your girl's crazy, right? Yeah, so we'll get to that. But, can you spell your first name again for me?
Darrell. So y'all talk to her?
Oh, but he told us his name, so he consented to his name. So it's not no who is you. It ain't me. Who are these people? He said his name and spelled it. I thought you didn't recognize that name, sir.
We'll talk
I did
about
not,
it.
but yeah, someone did. Darrell, what's your middle
That
name?
girl is a nutcase. That's my daughter's mama though. I love her.
Yeah.
I love her to death, man.
This is
We all
Eric
got
Patterson.
someone.
What's your middle name, Darrell?
Edward.
Edward.
I'm getting
Brooks?
I'm sorry, man. It hurts so bad. I'm getting teary eyed, dude. Like seriously, I know something is wrong.
Something is wrong. That's for sure.
Oh,
Brooks, right?
Yes, sir.
Junior?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your date of birth, Darrell?
2/21/82.
So you're 39.
Yes, sir.
Remind me, what's your home at 40?
4014 North 19th Street.
Okay.
Hey, Dice. Hey, Bobby. C-Dot, Penny,
And then I had to,
Kayla.
because that light
Bobby.
doesn't go off in there or even dim, so I was trying to like,
Didn't even dim?
it didn't even dim. So usually my comfortable side to sleep on is my left side where my shoulder. So when I turned over, I was just like, oh my God.
Your left side? Ain't this is his right side. So it's your other left, right? You be pointing to your left side, but this is your right side. So, or maybe it's your other right, because you said you sleep on your left side, but you indicating this. Let me continue. I'm not gonna nitpick on stuff like this.
They came in there and was like, are you okay? I was like, no,
Yeah. You married, Darrell?
no.
No? Okay.
Supposedly supposed to be,
What's your phone number again?
414,
Mm-hmm.
shit, 339-5677.
Well, what's the 610 number you gave me last night?
That is my direct.
Okay, so Darrell gave his phone number. He had two phone numbers: one that started with 610, and then this 4011. Okay. The 610 is his actual phone that his mama bought him that actually works. The other number that he just gave, that is a phone that doesn't work, that you can only use it and access it through Wi-Fi connection. Just sneaky for no reason.
Number
What's your direct number?
610-2153. Sorry,
Hey, Andrea.
610-2
2153.
2153. That's your direct.
Yes, sir.
You're not married. What's your girlfriend's name?
Erica Patterson.
And she's your baby mama?
Yes.
How many total kids do you have?
I have 3.
3 kids?
Yes.
And you were born, was it Milwaukee?
Detroit.
Detroit.
We got 4 now.
So born in Detroit, live in Milwaukee.
Yes, sir.
Last grade you completed, what was that again?
12.
And are you working right now?
No, not currently.
Okay.
Of course not. Of course you're not working.
How long have you been out of work?
Let's see, when did I get locked up from Milwaukee? Just a few months.
Anything to do with the pandemic? That's been hitting
Yeah,
you hard.
that's the
Money.
reason why. Yeah,
Yeah, I bet.
it made me smooth off.
Okay.
I got stuff lined up though, so
Yeah, like what?
I'm probably gonna go back. I was working at a sheet metal place,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm probably gonna go back there.
Okay.
That was ideal.
They do like a stamping or?
We do I guess they like steam and paint the metal pieces and then like ship them out like car metal parts, machinery parts, like car frames,
Oh, okay.
all different types. All I really do is just a lot of heavy lifting because they have the trucks come in, you unload the trucks, and then we just hang the metal pieces on the little machine thing that comes around.
So he's admitting that he's an unskilled worker. You know, you really didn't have to let me know that. I think we already could have pinpointed that you're an unskilled laborer. And I'm just not gonna go any further.
They take them, the pieces go through like this little steamer type machine thing, and then they paint it, and then they come back around, and we just take them off the hook and just put them in a box, load them up, put them back on the truck. It was 4 on, 3 off, so that was more ideal because
That's a great schedule.
I mostly have my children the back half of the week.
These are lies, y'all. He don't have none of his children. None of his children's. One of them is 18. Don't have nothing to do with him. The 15-year-old is still in Georgia. And the other one is in Minnesota. So how do you have your 3 children in the week and they're not even in the state where you reside? These lies, child. These lies.
Sure. But since all this, I've been having them every day. So it's like,
How old are your kids?
my son is grown. My oldest daughter is 14, and my youngest daughter is 7.
Lies.
Oldest son's grown. How old is he?
He's 18.
They all live with you then in Milwaukee?
Well, my son doesn't.
Your son doesn't?
My son doesn't. But
Okay. All right. That's not, Erica's not his mama, is she?
no,
Okay. Who's she mama to?
Arsenaway, my daughter, my oldest
Okay.
daughter, yeah.
All right. So, okay, so you have 3 kids. All right. So, look, Darrell, I haven't talked to Erica personally. I know. So part of what happened last night is she was just being strange, you know.
Which she is because she drinks.
She's a nut. You said she's a nut.
drinks.
You said she drinks.
When she does that,
So we got a report about an altercation between the 2 of you. Okay. All right. But they couldn't find her for hours. That's part of the reason I didn't know anything for hours. You kept asking, right?
that's what it was.
So they couldn't find her for hours, and I had to kind of stick with and hang out with you, and then I'm just, guys are looking for her, and finally they find her and they talk to her, and it seems to me, based on their conversation, where she could be a little out there. We all know we all know how women can be, right? Have you ever been married?
No.
3 baby mamas or 2?
3.
3? Are they all whacked? Or just one?
No, my son's mama is, like, she's from out this way. She's from New Berlin. Grew up in New Berlin out here. Sweetheart.
Okay.
Works, takes care of home, sweetheart. And her second son is autistic, so she's really, really, really hands-on mom. No issues with her at all. Erica's the only one that I have problems with. Even my youngest daughter's mom works, comes home. We don't fight. We don't argue. We co-parent. I have my daughter most of the time, and she's okay with it. Erica, she's a sweetheart until she gets that alcohol.
The alcohol's the problem.
Then you all type of bitch ass niggas, and I have somebody touch you, and I'm gonna keep my daughter away from you, and I'm gonna make sure you never see her again. And
He is so melodramatic that it's crazy. But she was right, and she was calling you a bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna keep my daughter away from you. Probably because you're a registered sex offender. That could be why. Hey, coffee cakes. So that could be why. That could be why that she's keeping her daughter away from you, because you can't be around her.
you talk to bitches every time your phone ring. I'll hit you upside your head with this pen. Even my mom doesn't even like her around when she's drinking.
So that's kind of where I'm going with it. I've never been with anyone that is as bad as what you're saying right there, but I think he can attest to it. We've all
Ben probably look like he didn't do it with some chicks, man.
We know some of the crazy things they'll say sometimes, but again, and this is to give you more clarity. And like I told you last night, every now and then you can see it's just the two of us. There's no one else here. So it's just, I know there were some other people last night that had you uncomfortable. That's gone. That's all gone. I explained to you why that was going on. You know us, we're not going to do nothing to you, right? You know,
Yeah.
trustworthy. You can be comfortable with us. We're in this room. It's just the two of us, just the three of us. So we can.
As a career criminal, you should know you can't trust the police. Yeah, you know, it's just the two of us. We're friends. We're gonna um we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do this. But you can trust us. So this interrogation technique that they're doing, they're trying to minimize for him. So they're trying to make the crime look smaller than it truly is. So the suspect is fooled into a sense of he's lulled into a false sense of security and believe that, you know, the offense is innocuous and he'll confess. So he's thinking that all they're going to ask him about, or they're talking about, is the alleged domestic dispute. Then he ain't got to even, you know, say nothing about him killing 6 people and everything else. So, anywho's the lies.
I feel like talk in a more open way and a more comfortable way where there's not, you know, there's not anything around that you feel is strange, right? You got to spend a lot of time with it. But the reality is right now, Darrell, I don't know Erica. I know you've described her. I didn't speak to her. I didn't know her. I've been doing this a long time, and, you know, I know some of, you know, the domestic claims they'll make. So, again, I'd like to sit down and try to chat with you and learn a little bit more about you and Erica and what makes her tick, both when she's on and when, more particular, she's off, and get an idea of what's going on. And what I consider this conversation, Darrell, is more information sharing. I'm not going to sit here and be a total jerk and say, talk to me and sit here and say nothing. I got some ideas on kind of what she said, but that's all we got. And I don't know how accurate what she said might really be. And that's why I want to give you an opportunity, if she's off the fucking wall, and I need to know it, to give you a chance to tell me. Like I said, just the two of us in here now.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
She needs to be on some type of medication then.
Sure.
And she knows this from the past. Like, I've been dealing with.
So she needs to be on medication, says the person who is allegedly bipolar, schizophrenic, with a narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. But you're going to say that Erica Patterson is the one that's crazy. I got it. I love when crazy people love to accuse other people of being crazy. This is classic gaslighting from a narcissistic abuser. And he's going to gaslight Erica for the entire time.
Her for 16 years. So this isn't just some chick I just met a
through it a lot.
year. Man, I've been knowing her for 16 years.
Gotcha.
Going through this with her.
Okay. So
this isn't the first time. She's even told my mom I'm gonna get this. Even in the past, I'm gonna get him locked up. Okay. And then she'll tell my mom, "Oh, he didn't really do that. I was just mad and I was drunk." And my mom was like, "You know, he got that baby at home. Why would you do that?"
Right.
And that's the kind of information that
my mom wanted to go upside her head because she was like, "Dude."
So then that's what we're looking to uncover if we can, Darrell. Now, like I told you last night at the hospital, because we're not like on your living room couch.
You heard that pop?
A little bit. Because we're not on.
So now his shoulder hurt. Now his shoulder hurt. Because they getting ready to, you know, get into some serious discussion. So now he in pain.
Living room couch. Just relax. You'll be all right.
It just hurts like right up in there.
Oh.
I don't know if it's a muscle.
I've had shoulder injuries too, and they're tough. They're one that's aggravating. So
it just keeps doing this.
Yep, I hear you.
Oh.
So I gotta read you the sheet again. Can I do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like I say, we're still the same 3 guys that were chatting all night long yesterday, and it's just because we're in this building, you know, and we're not on your couch that I gotta read it. Okay. And I know you've heard it before, so you kind of understand that.
Yes,
I know he has heard it before. Go ahead. You need to utilize this, sir. You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You should have been listening. You should have listened.
Okay. Do you have any questions before I start for me?
Only thing I want to know is, what in the heck am I being charged with anything?
Well,
Why would you ask that question? What are you being charged with? You already were there discussing the domestic incident, right? So you should be thinking that you're being charged with a domestic. So why are you asking that question? Because he's trying to gauge whether they know any information about the parade. But he's too stupid though for this strategy to work.
he's making some, like I said, alleged allegations against you, kind of, for being physical. So that's what, if that's BS, that's what I'm looking to hear from you. Okay.
Total BS.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of, we couldn't track her down, so that's kind of where we're at. It's this typical back and forth stuff that guys like you go through with their baby mama all the time. And they're all, there's a lot of guys out there in your spot, and a lot of times, maybe it's not always fair to them, but that's kind of what
I
I'm
wish they had a law to where people could, if you do that shit, you should get in trouble.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, why? You shouldn't be able to just be like, oh, I'm pissed off, so I'm going to call and do this.
Yep. I agree.
Like, why would you put me in that situation and then we're going to end up being together anyway?
So how about there should be a law against, I don't know, trying to run over your baby's mama and trying to kill her, breaking her leg, and then assaulting her within 2 or 3 days of getting out of jail, and try to run her over again before you then ran into the parade. Maybe there should be a law against that. Maybe. I don't know.
Why would you do that?
Trying to judge that credibility.
Yeah, and that's total BS. So that's what that's why we're sitting in here with you, to try to sift through the BS, if that's what we got, and go from there.
Crazy, man.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking girl, man. I said this last night too, didn't I? She gets drunk and remember I kept saying that she fucking acts a fool and I'm the one that pays for it.
Yep, I remember.
I just had to pay $1,000 to get out of jail just because she was mad. Oh,
well, you paid $1,000 to get out of jail. Well, your mama paid $1,000 to get you out of jail because you tried to kill her. You tried to run her over with your car, and you had that domestic charge in Milwaukee. That's the one that, as soon as he got through with this one, he had to go to Milwaukee. That's the one he was talking about. He tried to kill her. So that's the reason.
you was talking to another bitch.
Yep, I remember everything you said.
Don't nobody can't keep shit.
But I'm sure
money.
there's a lot more to it that I don't know. So that's the goal here, okay?
This fucking girl. I can't believe
So,
shit.
You ready? Should I start reading?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, it's all right. I'm not. I just don't be rushed.
Fucking hair out.
All right. Darrell, do you understand that you do have the right to remain silent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Understanding that, Darrell, if you decide to give up that right, anything said, you say, may be used against you in court. Excuse me. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Darrell, do you understand you have the right to consult with an attorney and have an attorney present during any questioning?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand, Darrell, if you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided to you by the court?
Yes, sir.
And I know last night you were a little uneasy, but being I've been able to give you more understanding about rights, are you willing to speak with me at this time?
Yes, sir.
Can you do me a favor?
That show seemed to be a lot better at this particular point in time. Show seems to be a lot better.
Now you see how I wrote your answer? Yes, sir. And those are my initials, and then another slash. Can you put your initials next to mine at those 5 questions and then just sign right down here?
Oh, he writing with the sore arm. Uh-oh. It's not hurting?
So bad.
You not in pain no more?
Thank you, Darrell. Appreciate that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, there we go. Now we in pain.
So
All
just
right.
as we're chatting with you, we'll just write down, so we get your story straight. We'll probably be writing down a few notes from what you say, okay? just so you know, I got my pad on the table here. Look at this. I don't know if I ever gave it. There's a business card of mine too. I don't think I ever gave you one last week.
No, you didn't.
Okay. So tell me, Darrell, about Erica, right? You got one child with her?
Yeah.
How old?
14.
What's her name?
Arsenaway.
Arsenaway.
Yeah.
Okay. She a good kid?
She's acting out now.
Okay. Where did you meet Erica?
I met Erica in Nevada,
Like Vegas or somewhere else?
Reno.
How did you happen to meet her out there? Like what were the just the circumstances?
Listen to this,
just
y'all.
being
Listen to
out and
this.
about.
Okay.
Just being out and about.
How many years? So Arsenaway is 14. How many years ago did you and Erica get together? Did you meet?
About almost 16. It's been about 16 years.
Okay. Were you working out there at the time in Nevada?
Yep.
Was she too?
She may have still been in high school, maybe.
She may have still been in high school. She was still in high school. She was 14. 14 years old. And you impregnated her at 15. 14 and 15. And you were 23. Because she just turned 31 when the trial started back in October. She just turned 31. And you're 40. Interesting.
Okay.
Back then.
Okay. And you guys never got married?
No.
How old is she?
31.
31? Okay. So is she originally from there?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. And you said you were originally from Detroit and ended up out there working in
Milwaukee Wood. No, I was
Nevada.
born in Detroit. I grew up here, but I ended up,
okay.
I ended up staying on the West Coast for a few years, and
Okay.
That's how.
We got another Detroit Dusty. That's Darrell, Detroit Dusty.
Okay. So did you guys stay in Nevada? I guess walk me through kind of, if you can, I guess you guys journey a little bit from Nevada to how she said something about Georgia. Maybe you were in Georgia for a while. I don't know if that's right. And then you guys ended up here. How?
Yeah.
Kind of what's your guys' timeline?
The Georgia thing was because we were off and on for a while, and
Mm-hmm.
the Georgia she ended up initially because her mom had custody of her kids. She has 5 kids.
Okay.
She lost custody of all her kids because of drinking and domestics with her other boyfriends and her other 2 baby daddies.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a frequent, it ain't just with me.
Sure.
So basically, Erica Patterson is one of those more sensitive, weaker individuals who has a trauma bond with individuals, narcissistic individuals like Darrell Brooks. She has a horrible habit of choosing the wrong type of men. I mean, that's what you want to, call them. And she repeats the same nonsense over and over and over with different men. But she basically continues to date the same type of guy. And it was like she was trained to do it because she started this shit at 14 with you. So I'm just saying, bruh.
Sure.
This is a theme with her.
Yep.
She fights with everybody she dates because of her drinking. Her family took the kids. Her mama was the first one, and then one of her cousins had got the other girl or something. I can't remember exactly how it went, but I know her mom had 3 of the kids. Okay. Her mom had my daughter, and then 2 of her other ones. Mm-hmm. And her mom just basically put her foot down, like, look, if you're going to continue to drink and do what you're doing, I'm not going to let you, So her mama just basically, I'm taking the kids. You can't do what you're supposed to do. I'm going to take the kids. And her mom moved to Georgia first.
Okay.
She stayed in Reno. Then maybe after about a year and a half, maybe 2 years or something like that, her mom convinced her, look, come and try to build a relationship with your kids now. It's been a long time. You ain't seen them in a couple years. That's why she moved to Georgia.
Okay.
Her mom passed away though, 2020 July or something like that. Her mom passed away, so, but her mom's wish on her deathbed that she told all her family is don't let her get those kids. They gave the kids to her anyway.
So the final wish was, don't give this trifling hoe these children. And the family said, you're going to go back to your, your trifling mama. Okay. That makes sense. That makes all the sense in the world. And she's such a horrible mother. That makes sense. An alcoholic, abusive, crazy person. Got it.
Okay. They was staying from hotel. They didn't even have nowhere to stay. They was staying from hotel to hotel to hotel.
Were you in Reno or Georgia at this time?
I was in Milwaukee at this time.
Okay. How many years ago are we talking?
This is recent.
So Father of the Year, who's over here critiquing Erica for being an absentee mother, was on the other side of the country in Wisconsin. And Erica and her children were in Georgia. Where were you, nigga? How come you didn't help? I know you didn't give no money.
Her mom passed 2020.
Okay. When did you get back to Milwaukee?
I got back to Milwaukee years ago, 2017, 18, something like that. I had been back in Milwaukee. And at that time, like I said, we've been off and on these 16
down
years.
south for a while. Then.
Right. I didn't know we had, like I said, we go off and on. When I get to the point where I'm like, look, dude, I love you to death. I'm always going to love you to death. Even my child's mama, I care about you. But while this is going on, I'm not finna. That's the reason why we wasn't having any contact.
So basically he's saying, we'll be together and everything will be cool. And then one day, you know, she might look at me wrong or talk to me wrong. And I'm just like, bitch, if you don't get in line, I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass. You know what? I'm going to try and, you know, threaten you. And if you don't do right, I'm going to have to go before I kill you. That's probably what he's saying. That's the blackenese that I can translate for y'all. That's the blackenese.
Okay.
So,
I mean, obviously you stayed in somewhat contact.
yeah, that's my child's mother. I'm always going to try to, you know, make sure she's okay. At least that, even if we're not actually dating.
Yep.
I'm at least going to be like, you know, do you need anything? Are you all right? My mom, too. My family, my mom didn't even meet her until she came to Wisconsin. All these years, and my mom just met her in June.
And do you stay at is it your mom? You talked about your mom. Is it her address you stay at now?
She owns the house.
She owns the
house. She doesn't stay there anymore, but she owns the house.
So you homeless. Got it.
Okay.
She has her own house.
I think we put your mom as emergency.
Yeah.
Contact. What did you say her name was?
Dawn.
What was the last name?
Woods.
Dawn Woods. Okay. All right. So then, when is our Sinaway? Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, sir.
Is she up here, or is she still in Georgia?
She's still in Georgia.
Okay. When did Erica come back up here? Come back up to the Milwaukee area?
She never was here in the first place. She didn't come here until June.
This year.
Okay. It was
the
first time ever being in Wisconsin, being around my family, my mom and everybody up here, because her family won't do anything for her. You're going to keep drinking. They basically told her, we're washing our hands of you. You don't want to do right. We got to take on the responsibility of your kids. All the kids are still in Georgia. None of them are up here. So what does that tell you?
All Erica's other kids.
Yes, all of them are. Yeah, and they just basically told her. They tried to get her to go to rehab. She didn't want to go, so they just was like, fine. You know, if you want to stay hotel to hotel drinking and doing what you're doing, we're done. Okay. We'll make sure the kids are good, but we're done. And that's when my mom stepped in and was like, look, you staying hotel to hotel to hotel to hotel. Maybe it'd be best you come up here and we can get you set up and get you a job and start helping you get on your feet. My mama told the both of us, not just Erica. She said, man, whatever y'all need, I'll help.
Okay.
Boom. She came up here. I showed her how to make a resume, get a job. She got a job at a hotel. Everything was going good, but she started drinking.
Did she stay with you at your mom's place for a while?
She was staying with me at my mom's place for a while, yes.
Well, y'all were staying in the car, remember, because your mom didn't want to let you in the house because of your violent tendencies. So y'all were staying in the Red Ford Escape. That was your house. Y'all were sleeping outside in the car.
Okay, on North 19th there?
Yes, sir.
So it was just you and her. It wasn't your mom staying there. She just owns it?
Yeah, she owns the property, yes.
Okay. So she comes up in June.
And everything was good. Everything was good until.
So what's this thing you said you just got out of jail like last week? Did I have that right from her?
Yeah, no, it wasn't from her. It was a paternity case here in Waukesha for my son. So it wasn't a criminal case. I had what did they call it? So it was some type of hold.
It was unrelated to her?
It was unrelated to her. I think it was because I missed court.
Okay.
But they were saying it was because I have to pay the arrears now that my son, the regular child support order isn't on my name anymore because my son's grown and out of school.
Translation: I'm an ain't shit nigga, right? And I hadn't paid none of my child support for these 18 years. And I've been all over the place and couldn't nobody find me. So now they found my black ass. They're going to make me pay all of this back child support that I owe. And then when they told me to come to court, I said, fuck that shit. I'm not going to court. I'm not going. Y'all got to find me. And had a figure to appear properly.
And his mom never had any state assistance like food stamps or anything like that. So the order, they ended it, but they said I have to pay the arrears.
All right.
And I had a court date, I think, in the summer sometime that I missed. And that's why they put the hold out.
Okay.
So when I came here, all I did was they picked me up. I came to Waukesha. I went to court maybe a few hours after I got through booking, and they was just like, okay, well.
It was a Waukesha warrant?
It was a Waukesha paternity.
Where does.
So, yeah, he's lying. So the thing that he's referencing has nothing to do with why he was in jail. He was in Milwaukee, and he tried to kill Erica Patterson by running her over, and he went to jail because of that and just got out. This was something subsequent. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. He lying. And he was out on bail. But he also did have or does have paternity with his baby mama in Waukesha. But that was the Erica Patterson thing that he was in jail for. So stop it, bruh.
So it sounds like this goes back to what's your
2003. It goes back to 2003.
What's his name?
Xavier.
Where does he live?
He lives in Menominee Falls.
Menominee Falls.
Yep.
Okay. So it was a paternity warrant reference him. So he's not in Waukesha, he's in Waukesha County.
Yeah. Well, when he was born, like I said, his mom is from New Berlin.
Okay.
So I guess that's Waukesha County.
In Waukesha.
Yeah.
All right.
So the order is out of that county.
So that got all taken care of though once you got released from jail and whatever needed to
I have another court date coming up for that. It's just to
yeah. So what it is his another court date is the actual court date. So he was in jail for the Erica Patterson battery, but the court date, the court date that's coming up is actually for the paternity for him having owing back child support. So, yeah.
Make sure that I can, verify some things for them. Am I going to be working? Because the rears, they aren't like really significant like that. It's not like I owe $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or something crazy like that. They just like, you just got back pay. That's basically what they said. You just got back pay. He's 18 now. He's grown. He has his own job, his own car. Like yeah.
Yeah, you owe arrears for child support, back child support, because you didn't pay. That was a court order. They probably said, you little trifling dude, $99 a month or, whatever. And you didn't pay it. So, yeah, you owe that money. Even though he's 18 and grown, you still got to pay it. Stop it.
Yeah, just pay. Just pay
Okay,
I
sorry.
didn't even know I had the court date. That's why I was like, when they said I had
Yeah.
a warrant in Waukesha, I said, for what? They said, oh, it's just paternity. I'm like, my son's grown. Like, what the hell?
Right. So you're still in North 19th, right?
Yes, sir.
Is Erica out?
She's not around me.
How long has she been out of there?
She hasn't been around there since October.
Okay. Where did she, so I didn't talk to her. Where did she go?
I have no idea.
Okay.
She says she knows people. She has friends that she hangs out with.
Where?
I
did you
don't.
say they are?
I don't know. I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you. My mom just told her. She said, y'all, if y'all gonna keep arguing and doing all this, you gotta go.
You keep in contact with her though, like
I haven't
with the
been.
parent?
I haven't been.
So I'm pretty sure the mom actually said, I cannot deal with you whooping on this woman's ass. And if this is going to continue, you're not going to do it under my roof. I can't deal with this foolishness. Y'all got to go.
Recently, I haven't been because my mom was basically
So
like,
your mom threw her out?
she didn't really throw her out. She was just saying, if you're gonna be drinking, if y'all, you know, because my niece and nephew are here.
Okay.
They see this stuff. My nephew calls my mom, and he's like, dude, she out here tripping.
Okay.
Uncle keep telling her to leave, because it'd be times where I know she'd come drunk, and I tell her, just leave. And I'm not going nowhere, you bitch ass motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And my nephew would call my mom, and because I kept telling her, I said, don't call the police on her. She just drunk.
Okay.
It's not, she's not, trust me.
All right.
When she comes to it, she's going to be crying, and I'm sorry.
Was she drunk yesterday?
She's drunk. Anytime she can get a bottle, she's drunk.
Okay, I understand. Was she drunk yesterday?
I have no idea.
Did you see her drinking yesterday?
No.
No. Okay. So you don't know if she was drunk yesterday? Okay. But didn't see her drinking?
No. But I guarantee you, she probably was, most likely.
Okay. So
She only.
Y'all notice his shoulder not hurting, right? You notice he's been talking and moving his arm, right? Just want to point that out.
Acts crazy like that when she's drunk.
you know what? She didn't have slurred speech or anything.
Yes, she did.
She did.
Yes. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, she was just, I saw her doing this. If I didn't see it, I'm not gonna lie on her.
So,
but I know how I've been dealing with her for all these years.
Yeah.
I know.
What brought you to Waukesha yesterday? How did you get out here?
I was meeting up with a friend to watch the Packer game.
Okay.
That's the only reason why I was out here.
Oh, let's get into these lies now.
Where did you go to watch the game?
To a friend named Stephanie.
Her house, a bar, or?
A house.
And I don't mean to make you uncomfortable or anything, but what's the address there? What street
I
is it
have
on?
no idea about Waukesha. I don't know the streets.
What was it near? I know you had to see something near it. So what was it near?
Like a gas station.
Have you been to the house before?
No.
Never before?
No.
What's Stephanie's last name?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
When did you guys set this up?
Maybe a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Like I said, I have a few friends. I have a few friends in Milwaukee that have people out here, so
Okay.
it's not, I don't, like I said last night, I don't know the streets in Waukesha. It's not where I usually hang out at, so I couldn't say, well, this street, and this, you know, I couldn't.
All right.
Stephanie, like a friend of yours or like a friend of a friend?
A friend of a friend, mutual friend.
And what did you say
She's
her
just
last
like-
name was?
I have no idea.
How long have you known her?
That was my first time meeting her. So,
How did you get the number to know the house to go to?
a friend.
See, these lies are already falling apart as he's talking. I don't understand. Like you got arrested last night. You had to have known that they were going to ask you about how the hell did you get to Waukesha? Why did you not have your lies straight? I mean, even Jodi Arias with the two ninjas is better than this. This is ridiculous.
So how did you get to her house?
My friend. I went with my friend.
Okay, who's that?
My friend, I don't really want to say his name. I don't know if that's going to incriminate him in anything. So.
Why would it incriminate him if he didn't do anything wrong? If y'all didn't do anything wrong? Why I'm saying, oh, I was with, Michael Jackson and we went to the football game. We were watching the game. What are you going to be incriminating him for if he didn't do anything? If crimes weren't committed? Oh, Lord, let me stop. Let me go.
Okay, so let's go with this. How did you come? I know you saw Erica yesterday in Waukesha because we talked to her. Now, I don't know everything that went on, and I'm not saying I believe everything she told the other officers. How did you come to meet with her in Waukesha, one? And two, you say you don't know Waukesha, but where did you meet her? A gas station, a park? I know you met her. Where did you meet her? What happened yesterday?
Yeah,
because if this is BS, like you say, and I know you met her, what happened?
I met her.
What happened when you met her? Where did you meet her? Let's start with that.
By a gas station.
Okay.
I don't know what I was supposed to be getting some money from her.
Okay. For what?
It was the rest of my money that she had of mine that she was holding for me.
Okay.
So neither one of y'all have jobs, right? And you had her EBT card. So you mean to tell me that this woman who lives in a homeless shelter is not going to take this $350 that she has and not buy food or, El Cheapo hotel room, something, blankets, whatever, socks? She's not going to do any of that. She's going to hold the money for you. And she's homeless in a homeless shelter. Gotcha. You should have married her if she was that goofy to do that for you. You should have married her. You should have cuffed it up.
How much?
It was supposed to be $350.
Okay. And why did she have it? Why was she holding
Well,
it?
she had been holding it for me for a few weeks now, but like I said, I hadn't seen her. She had seen
Right.
my mom.
What was she holding?
So how was she holding it from a few weeks, but you haven't had any interaction with her? How did the money magically get from you to her for her to hold if y'all have not been in contact with each other? Oh my God, this is painful.
Why did she have it? Why was she holding it for you?
She was just holding it for me because I told her to hold it for me. But it didn't have anything to do with, this was weeks ago. She had been holding the money. And because I had no contact with her, I couldn't tell her. And my mom wasn't going to let her come to the house to bring it.
See?
Mm-hmm.
This don't
And
make
I
no
told
sense.
her, look, man, if I'm going to be out there, I'll meet up with you and get the money, but I'm not hanging out with you. I'm not having sex with you. And she was just like, oh, you want to kill? I'm like, I'm not finna do none of that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not around you. I get that. I understand that. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm not supposed to be around you. I love you to death, man. You're my baby mama. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't supposed to be like a hangout thing. I told her, I'm like, I'm out here. And she, where you at? Where you at? And I'm like, look, I'll meet up with you to get the money and, give you a hug or whatever. But she was like, well, yeah, I need something. I'm like, no, we can't do all that. I'm not going to have sex with you. I'm not going to hang out with you or none of that.
All right. So
I honestly don't know how Erica could have possibly turned all of this lusciousness down. I don't know how Erica could have contained herself with all of this man right here. I have to, give Erica her props for her restraint and that she was able to control herself. Because I mean, you're just irresistible. You are absolutely irresistible. Ugh.
you told her you weren't going to do any of that stuff.
No.
How did you set the meeting up? Did you talk to her on the phone, Facebook Messenger, text message?
I talked to her.
I don't think she said anything about that. So just, I mean, if she's BS, how did you
Yeah, because this is what she does.
Hold on one second. hold on, one thing at a time. How did you set the meeting with her? How do I verify?
That's what I'm saying. If she can't get in touch with me, that's what she'll do. She'll go to social medias and do all this and try to talk to people and all this and that. I got in contact with her through a mutual friend that we both know. And I was like, okay, tell her I'm out in Waukesha or whatever, and I'll meet up with her to get the money. And then she put us on the call. And she was just like, where you at?
Three-way call?
Yeah. And she was just like, where you at? I'm
Lies.
like, look, I don't know where I'm at. Do you still got that money? She's like, yeah, I want to give you the money and I want to do this and do that. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hang out with you. I'm gonna meet up with you, get the money, give you a hug and kiss. We'll talk later.
Lies.
Was it still daylight?
It was still daylight. It was still daylight.
So after the fact,
This was, I think the game was still on.
game was on. So
The
you
game was still on.
left Stephanie's to go.
Yep.
Okay.
The game was still on. So I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that white chick that spoke for him at his sentencing is the mutual friend that he's referencing.
I want to see you. I ain't seen you in like a month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to lie and say, man, that's my baby mama. I love this woman. But I can't hang out with you. I can't do anything with you, you know, that type of thing, deal, and whatever the case may be. But, yeah, that.
And this is on your cell phone? The three-way call obviously is your cell phone because you're not on the phone, right?
My friend's phone.
Friend's phone.
Yeah.
But yesterday, so do you have your phone?
No. That's what I'm saying. No.
So who? Three. That's your direct.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. And she was just like, where you at? I'm like, look, I don't know where I'm at.
Sorry,
you still
y'all.
got that money? She's like, yeah, I want to give you the money and I want to do this and do that. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna hang out with you. I'm gonna meet up with you, get the money, give you a hug and kiss. We'll talk later.
Was it still daylight?
It was still daylight. It was still daylight.
So
after the fact,
This was, I think the game was still on.
game was on. So
The
you
game was still on.
left Stephanie's to go.
Yep.
Okay.
The game was still on. So I was like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I want to see you. I ain't seen you in like a month. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to lie and say, man, that's my baby mama. I love this woman. But I can't hang out with you.
Right.
I can't do anything with you, you know,
Right.
that type of thing,
Right.
deal, and
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. But, yeah, that.
And this is on your cell phone? The three-way call obviously is your cell phone because you're not on the phone, right?
My friend's phone.
Friend's phone.
Yeah.
So the friend's phone. So I don't know if the friend is Marcus that he's referencing or the friend that put him on three-way, but somehow he didn't have a phone, yet he was found with the phone in his pocket when he was arrested. Like, you can't make this shit up. You can't make it up.
But yesterday, so do you have your phone?
No.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. No.
In your pocket.
So who is the friend whose phone you were using to talk to her on a three-way call?
I don't want to say his name because I don't want to.
Okay, I guess, so you saw her though, right? You met up with
You don't want to say his name because he don't exist. That's why you don't want to say his name. He doesn't exist.
her. Okay.
He's imaginary.
So how did the conversation with her end?
With me walking off and her being pissed off that I didn't want to hang out with her.
Right.
I said, look, I'm not supposed to be around you. I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Okay.
When she
Whose
said,
car did you use to get out
she
there?
said I didn't have a car.
He ain't got
So
no
whose
car,
did you
y'all.
use to get to Waukesha?
My friend is the one that said he was gonna go hang out and watch the Packer game. I said I'm gonna go with.
Okay. Whose car did you use to get out to Waukesha?
I didn't use anybody's car.
Nah.
Where does your friend live?
My friend lives in Milwaukee.
Uh-huh.
You didn't walk to Waukesha. Whose car
No.
did you guys use to
My
get
friend,
out
I
to
just said my
Waukesha? What
friend.
type of car is he?
Your imaginary friend.
I'm just trying to figure out how you got here.
Yeah, I know, but it seemed like you trying to like spin me up or something. Like,
I'm just asking.
Well, look, what they're trying to do is get you to tell the truth, and they know that you're lying. And you see his arm is there's no issue with motion. It's just going and flapping as he's talking, just normally, like a normal person. And there's no pain, and No flare-ups, no popping, nothing. None of that has occurred. That's amazing. And I want to understand how your imaginary friend drove you here. Drove you from Milwaukee to Waukesha to watch a football game. I want to know how your imaginary friend did this feat.
Asking how you got here. Whose car did you drive out here?
I didn't drive at all.
Whose car did you come out here
He
in?
didn't drive at all.
My friend.
My friend.
Okay, right. What kind of car is it? So here's the thing, Darrell.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, she's coming at us. I told you she's talking about some domestic related issues, okay? You know, and I don't know if she's on BS. I don't know if she's not.
I'm telling
Hold
you.
on, let me
He's
finish.
still not in
Let me
pain.
finish.
He's still
Let
not
me
in
finish. I want you
pain.
to get-
Yeah, because we.
Hold on, let me finish. You know, I don't entirely know all that, okay? I'm just right now trying to figure out how you got out here. So I got to step out with my partner for a minute. Just relax. I want you to get you all nervous, okay? But, you know, I'm not trying to be confrontational, but I don't think when you meet her out in Waukesha, and you're not from Waukesha, I think a reasonable question is to ask, how did you get out here?
Yeah.
Whether you drove, someone else drove, and if so, when you got out here, what type of car you were in. So just every hour or so, my boss, he knows we're out here. I just got to call him, say, yeah, we're talking. I'll call you back later. Just got to step out, throw in a line with him, and we'll come back. Just chill out here, enjoy your soda. We'll be right back. All right? Sound good? Okay.
So we done talking or?
No,
No,
we'll
no,
be
no,
back in
we'll
a
come back
minute.
and
Just
talk.
chill out, and we'll be back.
We just gotta make that
back in that. So I just got to make that call.
That check-in call.
All right?
In the middle of the conversation?
Well, do you want to tell me about the car?
You need time to think of your lie. Let him go.
Yeah, but
I mean, I got to call him. I can come back, but I just.
listen, I'm willing to listen,
Huh?
Carpenter. You've been straight up with me. You've been straight up with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is I just want to know what I'm looking at and if I can just notify my girls. That
Are you kidding me? You are you was arrested and they told you it's about the domestic. That's all they've asked you about. It's the domestic. So then why are you asking, what am I facing? Because you should know what you're facing if that's all you did. But you know that you did something else and you want to see if they know that it was you.
that's it. I don't have a problem with talking to you guys at all. I just want to know what am I looking at. That's
Told you
it.
at the start, she called about some domestic abuse related stuff. Now, I didn't talk to her myself. I told you that at the start. You said she was crazy. We talked about
Y'all know that. Y'all talked to the woman.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh,
Other
I
officers-
apologize. You talk.
Slow
Other
down.
officers that we listened to the interview.
Slow down,
Did,
Darrell.
did she look beat up? Did she look like, dude?
Darrell,
Like,
listen
come
to me.
on now, man.
Slow
So translation, does she look beat up? So what that means is I hit her, but I don't know if I hit her hard enough to show a mark. So does she look like, you know, did you see any marks or bruises on her? Not that I didn't hit her, but does she look like she's been hit? That's like, you know, did you still kick your dog? That's
down, dude.
dumb.
Right? We can't explain it to you if you keep talking over us. You know what I'm saying? All right? I didn't talk to her. I didn't see her. Okay? Now, she said you met out here, which you've confirmed. All
The
right?
shoulder not
From
hurting.
Milwaukee. All right?
The shoulder
I'm
fine.
just asking you. You have to understand, I don't know everything. You know, so that's part of the reason I'm asking you questions. Okay? I didn't talk to her. I don't know how crazy she is or isn't. You know, I want to believe you when you say she is. All right?
It's just
But
when
part
she-
of it
it's
is
just
just-
when she drinks.
Yes,
that's all.
it's asking you,
I'm not
okay,
just going, you
Yeah.
know, just
what's
throw her
going
down
on
the toilet. You know what I mean? That's,
with her,
she
you know,
does
as
this
far
all
as
the
how you
time.
got out here, too. How did you get out here? You know, what car did you come out? What car did you come out here in?
Our job is detail oriented. You know, a lot of people think our job is to like get people in trouble. Our job is
No, I understand that.
It's
It's just hard to be like when you go through this and you don't even know. Like I haven't even been able to talk to my girls and be like, yo, I'm okay.
Have you
You know what I'm saying? Like this,
You've been
you
through
be
this
in
a lot.
a situation like this, and yeah, but I've been able to call somebody too.
You've been,
You know what I mean? And
Right.
at least just say, hey, did y'all go to? I'm okay. Did y'all go to? Are y'all good? Okay, I'll talk to y'all when I
They
can.
know you're okay, Darrell, because we knew you were going to be here for a while. So I know an officer talked to your mom, and she knows you're okay.
But how do I know that? Like,
Well, I'm not going to make that up.
I know.
I know you haven't, but I'm not going to make that up. I know she knows you're okay.
I'll stay in these.
But
it don't matter what I do, man. Even when I don't do shit.
Hold on, Darrell.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I'm not trying to overly frustrate you either. That's what I mean. I know you've been arrested before, right?
Yes.
You've been through this shit before, right?
Yes.
Have you ever prayed on it?
Bro, you can't tell that he is a graduate of the penitentiary. You can't tell that he is a criminal offender extraordinaire. You can't just look at him and tell. You can't. Of course he know what's going on.
Yeah, I pray. Yeah, that.
What's your religion, if you don't mind me asking?
Christian, very strong.
Born and raised Christian.
Born and raised, Baptist. Strong family, both. I got reverends. My granddad, rest in peace. And my grandma, my daddy's side were reverends. My mom, strong church family. I grew up in church, being baptized.
Do you go regularly?
Isn't it always the preacher's children that's the worst ones? They're the ones that run off and get pregnant first. They're the ones that, decide to rob a bank first. It's always the preacher's kids. So that is another piece of the puzzle.
Sunday, or
I try to. Since the COVID, our church isn't doing congregational things. They're kind of just doing it like online. You can watch the service on Zoom. Whatever the sermon is going to be for Sunday, they broadcast it live on Facebook. So me and my mom, since we can't actually go to the church, which has been our church home ever since my mom was little. So I have the same church home. Was baptized in that church. Buried my sister in that church. That's the only church I really know. Take communion and stuff? Everything. Yep. Everything. I'm strong believer. Strong. If you talk to my mom, you notice that off top when you talk to her.
Any of the tattoos religious you got? I don't really know.
Well, I got this Virgin Mary.
Yep.
This cross with,
sure.
My grandma when she died. I didn't get the scriptures that I wanted yet.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna get some scriptures, a few Psalms, a few Proverbs. Proverbs is one of my favorite books.
Yeah, I'm Christian. It's a powerful thing, talking to God.
It is. It's just, my thing is this, man. Like, like I said, I probably made a mistake by just having contact with her.
Yes.
I'm not.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Well, because of how she acts. She's like, it's almost like she forces me to be with her. Mm-hmm. It's almost like I'm forced.
So you're forced. You literally went to jail for running her over and attempting to kill her, but she's forced. She's forcing you. You are the one that's accused of domestic battery multiple times, and you've had multiple violent crimes charged to you and you've been convicted of, but she is forcing you. Okay.
It's either you're not, I'm gonna take you out of your kid's life. You're not, I'm gonna keep your kid away from you.
She should.
If you're talking to females, I'm gonna, it's almost like she makes me play by her rules. And if I don't, she has me by the balls because she know I'm already going through stuff as it is.
But you don't have access to your children anyway. So what does it matter? What does it matter? I'm gonna keep you away from your kid. The kid was 14 and not living with her. So you could have reached out to the kid. But did you do it? I don't think you did.
I'm like, why would you do? My intentions is like, dude, you've been around my family. We got a child. You've been around my other. Like, we not them type of people. Like, I love the shit out of you. Why do you do this to me? And when I don't do shit.
Nah,
I don't do shit.
That's true.
So
that's the truest thing he's ever said. He don't do shit. Correct, sir. You don't do shit and you ain't shit. Correct.
Why would you put me in a position to go through something like this when you know I don't do anything?
Oh,
Because I don't want to hang out with you?
Has anyone ever arrested you for putting your hands on her? Not Waukesha necessarily, but Waukee, anyone?
No.
Never. Lies.
When I
Do
got
you have
arrested,
any open cases that you can't contact her?
yes,
You would have said that?
yes.
What's that about?
That's because we had a domestic that she claimed
Huh?
I smacked her, punched her, and did some stuff like this.
Oh, she claims.
When was that?
This was recently. I got the cases open.
Yeah.
So you did get arrested.
That's the one where she got. That's the one where you ran over with his car. What the hell are you talking about? And again, look at his arm. It's fine.
I'm going through the case right
You got
now.
out.
I got out, and you know why?
Okay.
She's calling and telling them, "Oh, I was just drunk. I was just mad. I was
Right.
just drunk. I was just mad." And they
Uh-huh.
said, "Oh, we're gonna." Milwaukee picks it up anyway.
So it happened in Milwaukee.
So she was recanting to Milwaukee?
Yes,
Okay.
and she told them I was drunk. That's why I said it. She called my mama and told my mama the same thing. My mama was pissed because she had to pay all this money to get me out of jail.
See that? That's what he's talking about. The mama paid to get him out of jail from that situation when he trying to run Erica over with his car.
For something that I didn't even do.
You
That
did
she
it.
told my mom I didn't do.
Look,
That's what I'm saying.
look
You
at his
would
arm.
put me in this position just to be like, "Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was drunk. I was mad. You was talking." Why would you do that to me?
Because you did it.
Sure.
Why? And that was the whole reason why, on top of her drinking, and my niece, because my niece is still kind of young. My niece, if any type of yelling and stuff like that, because my sister, rest in peace, she passed away, and my niece's father used to fight. So when my niece, if you even rah rah rah, my niece gets kind of like, what the hell is going on?
Uh-huh.
She gets real. My nephew was kind of like, oh shit, because he's 22, so he's like.
Is the nephew the one that he tried to shoot? He tried to shoot at one of his relatives. I think it's the nephew that he's referencing, if I'm not mistaken.
Aunt, she out here. What should I do? Just tell your uncle to tell her to fucking leave, or we are gonna call the cops. But then I'm the type of person, I don't want to call the cops on my baby.
You've been through a lot with her.
16 years.
So I can see how that's frustrating. Let me ask you this. I don't want it to be overly personal, but
I didn't know this fool was a
I probably
twin.
don't understand. You've had to battle with this with Erica for 16 years.
Okay.
Call it the elephant in the room. I'm white. I don't know what it's like to be a black man. I'm sure there's inherent struggles with that. But
Oh, I love this shit here. I love this shit here. Go ahead. Let's talk about the plight of the black man. Come on.
would that be accurate?
Yes.
Are a lot of them from the legal sense? Do you ever feel it's hard for you to succeed? Or are you happy? Do you feel like America gives you good opportunity? I don't know what it's like to be in your shoes. Do you feel like it gives you good opportunity here, although maybe not as good as others? Do you feel you're better off here than you would be somewhere else? Or do you have resentment like, yeah, my fucking country's against me? It just feels like, how do you feel? And in addition to everything you're putting up with her?
I definitely, I don't feel that, my country is just, I don't feel, I really feel like, yeah, there are definitely, it's harder to get the benefit of the doubt being black. It's harder to, and I'm not saying you guys, but majority of the time, you're kind of looked at as a troublemaker or.
Exactly. Absolutely. They were trying to see if this was going to be a hate crime, to see if there was a racial nexus to this crime. Did he have any intent to want to harm white people? That's exactly what was going on. See, my people be smart.
You know, even if you have a record that may, like I said before, all this stuff, I have been in trouble in a decade.
Lies.
A decade. That was 2011, and that was for weed. So it wasn't like I was just running around and just doing all this stuff. Like, I come from a good family. I didn't have a father growing up, but I come from my mom, she bust her ass, man. 2, 3 jobs sometimes. So I've been through being on welfare, having to stay from house to house and being in homeless shelters. I've been through that growing up. I remember standing in the government cheese lines and having to get all that stuff because we didn't have.
Sure.
I remember all that. So I
remember he mentioned this in his 2-hour soliloquy about himself when he was begging to be sent away to a mental health facility instead of the 1,300 years prison sentence that he received.
definitely do feel like I don't get the benefit of the doubt sometimes being a black man. I feel like it's easier because of my record to just assume. I do feel like that.
And your behavior.
Sometimes I feel like I do have a little bit against me.
Sure.
But it's no place I would rather be than here in America.
Okay.
It's no place I would rather, you know. I do feel, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you working and stuff like that, you can succeed. You can, sure. You can't. Like, I come from that. Like I said, I try to be hands-on with my kids. That's the most important thing in the world, is my children and them not having to go through what we went through. And I don't want, because I'm not going to lie, I love this girl, man.
Erica?
I love her, man, to death, man. I love her to death.
Look at
But
the arm.
she knows. She knows. I would, like, why would you do this to me? She knows this.
Mm-hmm.
She know I would never hurt her or anything like that, but she goes so off the fucking handle. And it's like, why, dude?
I would never hurt her. I don't hurt anybody. I don't bother anybody. Right? While you go and run her over with your... This is amazing to me.
You get my freedom taken from me. Just for trying to love you?
Right.
Just from wanting you to do better.
Yeah.
For me saying, when Georgia was going on, like I said, they were staying from hotel to hotel to hotel to hotel. Sometimes roach infested. I don't know if any of you guys been to Atlanta. It's not the cleanest place. It's not.
Oh, so Atlanta as a whole is dirty. Not that y'all are some dirty bastards and y'all don't clean. It's the whole city of Atlanta. Oh, okay. I mean, I've been to Atlanta numerous times, and I've never been to any of these said places that are roach infested. Those are places that I don't belong. But I can tell you what does look roach infested. Your dreadlocks, your shitlocks, those look roach infested though.
Okay, it's not. Y'all going through all this stuff, and I say, look, I got your back. You know, whatever you need, man. Whatever, I got your back, dude. My mom, hey, you might need to leave from down there. You don't got no support. You know, we can help you get set up here. We got your back. You got a whole side of your family that you never even met. My daughter, she haven't even met my mom and my side of my family because of, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, you got people that support. Like, come up.
How is that possible, Mr. Hands-on, and you have your kids and they stay with you during the week and you live in your mama house, but your mama has yet never met your 15-year-old child? How is this possible? See, when you tell the truth, your story doesn't change when you tell the truth. When you lie and you make up stuff, you get these inconsistencies. How have you had the kids, but the kids never met your mama? How?
Up here in this, you know what I mean? So that was the plan. It wasn't never like,
right.
You
know,
know,
it all went. Yep, it all.
She started.
It hasn't changed. It goes sideways.
She started
you got to
drinking.
deal with that, and then she makes this complaint, when she gets you back.
Yeah, and it's
in
like,
the
why
legal
do you
system.
do this to
And-
me? And I promise you, my right hand to God Almighty on the throne with Jesus next to his side. The
Wow.
woman is going to sit up there and say, I was drunk, I was
So his sore arm. Look at all of that movement. I just want to point that out.
mad, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, now I got to go through everything just for you to do that. Why did you do this to me?
Look at his
She's gonna
shoulder.
come back to us and say that here.
I know she is. She did the same thing with that. And then my mom was calling her. And then she says, oh, well, I was drunk and I was mad and he was talking to females on his phone. So you send me to jail?
How would she know if y'all hadn't had contact?
It's not fair. Why?
From your perspective, I totally see.
My mom was like, well, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Ooh, that's
Like,
shoulder, boy.
I don't live over there. I can't go over there. My mom works third shift. My mom is 60-some years old. She can't go all the way from Oak Creek over there on 19th
Yeah.
to make sure my daughter is going to school and do all this and do all that.
Your
And
daughter's
my
not
nephew, like I
there.
say, he's 22. He half the time he with his friends, half the time he doing what he do, and half the time he don't even come home till late. So that just leaves her in the house. And that's why I'm like, why would you do this to me when you know all this is going on?
You're fighting hard, and you're trying to get through her. You know,
I just
you
want my
talk
life
about-
back, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I love this woman. I would not hurt this woman. I want to see her do better, but I don't want her around me if she's drinking because I'm going to get in trouble. She's never going to be like, oh, I'm just mad and this on the spot. She's going to wait until I'm freaking locked up and then be like, oh, I'm sober now, so I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to do that. When are you going to get in freaking trouble for doing that?
That message is loud and clear to us.
Has any of the things you've had happen with her affected your ability to get work, or is it mostly the COVID and everything else?
Well, like I said, the sheet metal job, I got laid off. So that wasn't due to anything I did, obviously. It was just kind of like, I wasn't the only one that got let go.
With that question, I'm just trying to understand you better, not knowing you, Darrell.
Yeah.
And not being black myself, and
Yeah.
not knowing what your life is like. I'm just trying to get better understanding you, because you got her to deal with, you got 2 other kids. I'm sure that's not easy. You got the justice system to deal with. I mean, do you ever feel like fucking white guys, like say me or him, and you've treated us great.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's a little easier for them to get through.
I would think.
I mean, does that make you feel? You've treated us with complete respect, but as a black man, is it kind of some of all that does it make you feel in any way mad at white people, resentment towards white people, just because of what you went through, or no?
Definitely
You don't
not
feel
at
anything
all.
like
Not
and
at
that's
all,
good.
man.
Because a lot of people do, so good for
I
you.
wasn't
but that's
raised
not.
my mama always told me it ain't the skin color. It's, as humans, we always say don't judge, but it's kind of hard to not have an opinion about something.
Darrell, go ahead and tell me that you got white friends and that you've had white friends at your house. I'm not racist. I got white friends. I had white people come to my house. I dated a white girl. Come on, give me one of them.
Yeah.
But my mama she always taught us this. Like I said, my dad got 11 kids, never took care of any of us. My mama only had 2, and my sister's dead.
Father
Dead
like
and
son.
gone.
Father like son.
And she always stressed to us, it's not, you judge people by their character, how they carry themselves, not by their skin tone, not from their social standing. Some people are born into money, some people aren't. You can't help that. You can't help the family you're going. You can't choose your parents, choose your family. You can't do that. But she always told us that's not how we act. We don't discriminate against people because of their skin. We don't down talk people. We don't do that shit. My mama would have my ass.
So did your mom have your ass when you talked down to everybody in the trial? Did she have your ass when you asked the police, the forensic examiner about why did the little kid parents decide to Yeah, be an organ donor. Oh God, that's Paisley.
Good person. Man, my mama would have my ass if she found out that I was doing some racial shit or, you know, some bullshit like that. My mom is not gonna have it. And even right now to this day, I'm almost 40 years old, and if my mama tell me something, I'm like, yes, ma'am. Because she don't play. She mean business when she's serious. And that's why I said, if you talk to my mom, she will tell you everything. The girl is a sweetheart until she gets that bottle.
So yesterday you were telling me a story about caught like I don't know if it was your first felony, caught a felony about some weed, right?
Well, that was the last time I had been in trouble.
Right, that was like early
Like
2010s. You had like
a
round or what do you call it?
A half a blunt.
And then you said you got hooked up with like roach or something like that.
Yeah, for roaches.
You got dicked over that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Okay. Same question again. We're treating each other with respect in this room. I know that's not always the case with every cop that you ever run into.
One's last night, boom.
Do you get upset at law enforcement at all?
I mean,
Over that stuff?
I'm not one of those people that just is like, oh, fuck police. Oh, fuck them. Oh, they're all dicks. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not that. I mean, that's unrealistic. And I'm would like to consider myself to be a pretty understanding type of person to not think everybody's an asshole.
You don't paint with a broad brush.
No, I don't.
You realize that sometimes you might have a bad cop and sometimes you might have a decent guy.
Absolutely.
That's
reasonable. I don't, you know, I'm too old to think like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just foolishness.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
All the stuff going on, you know, in the news.
And I definitely wasn't raised like that.
Right.
You know, I had my first girlfriend was a white girl.
There you go. I told y'all. He dated a white girl.
No, I just wasn't, you know, my mom she didn't raise us like that. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated, regardless of skin color and regardless of social status or however they want to say. Nah, we human beings, that's what it is. You know, somebody disrespect you, then that's something else. But as far as how I was raised that way. Like we don't do that.
Mom sounds like a really good person.
Don't do that. And that's why I'm saying she didn't.
Erica, does she ever just make you? I can tell she's a very. She can get you. She can get you frustrated.
Tired of going through this over just.
She ever make you lose? Has she ever cause you to lose control?
No.
Has it ever gotten physical between the two of you ever?
No, the only time it's ever got physical with me and her, my mom was standing right there, was when she would not leave because she was drunk. And my mom had to come outside to tell her, just go. And then she listened.
And where
this was in my mom's backyard. I didn't hit her, I didn't choke her, I didn't push her. She acted like she was gonna hit me with her alcohol bottle. She didn't swing it all the way at me, but she like rolls it up at me like this.
Oh!
And I grabbed her arm and I was like, Mom,
wow, look at
Mom. You know what I'm saying? And then my mama came out and was like, whoa.
So Erica Patterson attacked you with an alcohol bottle, and your response was to call your mama for help. Yes, please hit the like and like, share, and subscribe.
You gotta go. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. He cheating on me. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. And my mom was like, just go. Just go. I know she wasn't, you know what I mean? I knew she was just drunk. Like, that's why I said, I know. I'm not trying to, when she is not drinking, she's a sweetheart. So I'm not gonna demonize her and make it seem like, you know, she's just some scum chick of the earth, because she's not. It's just the drinking.
The drinking.
I want to go to that happen, what you just told us about.
This happened in like
the drinking.
August, September.
All right. And your mom stopped it. So
yeah, I called my mom because I didn't know. Yeah, she saw it. Hell yeah, she saw it.
All right. So in regards to what happened out here with her yesterday, part of the reason I'll be straight with you that we asked some of the things we asked Darrell is because part of what we got to do is fact check too, you know. So I know you're telling her, you mean she's crazy, she's off the wall, like I say.
It's just when she drinks. It's just when she drinks.
When she drinks.
I just wanted to be fair. I'm not saying she's just some
I didn't see her.
mental basket case. She
No,
does,
that would be you. It's the mental
when
basket.
she's drunk.
That's you.
Her words is she blacks out, so she doesn't
All right.
remember. I don't know if that's true, but I know she does a 180. If you
Okay.
talk to her sober, sweetheart, crack jokes, laugh, smiling, bubbly, personality. Hard not to like her.
Yeah, we got the picture on that. Yeah.
Yep.
Drunk.
Yep, gotcha.
No,
I've even my daughter, her family, and all that. We've even recorded her drunk and played it back for her the next day and said, "This is how you act," and she'd be like, "I said all this. I did. This is how you act when you're drunk." Now, do you see why people
These are
don't
lies, child.
want to be? Now, you see why your family is just like basically saying, "Okay, we're."
And I've seen this before. I've seen this. You're not the only guy, you know, with somebody that acts like this. So I totally understand where you're coming from. Message received.
So on that note, Darrell, you know, we still don't, for us, we don't totally know at this point. Usually a lot of times there's one story and there's the other story. A lot of times, I'll be honest, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And that's not necessarily saying you're a liar, she's a liar, all the people we talk to are liars. There's always perception, all right? And that's why, you know, we'll kind of fact check. It's like, all right, is it what this person told me is true? It's like, all right, it doesn't necessarily seem totally, but I could see how they perceive this or that. Or, you know, we fact check with someone and say, okay, yeah, this is.
So translation, they're saying, we know, we're not asking you questions that we do not know the answer to. We know that you're lying. We know that you're lying. And so we're trying to verify and see if you're going to tell me the story that's going to match the forensic evidence, or if you're going to lie, or if I feed you a little bit of information, will you take that information and try to make it fit into a narrative that will, you know, lend you to have less responsibility than you actually have?
This is how that happened. That's why I'm asking you some of these questions. What's your buddy's name? What's your buddy's phone number?
I know
Okay.
for a fact
like
though,
that,
if she would have known her, if I did something to her, she would have called you guys immediately, especially drunk. Especially with her being drunk, she would have let it be known. I'm finna get you. She would have told me. Off top, she would have told me.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm kind of confused, like.
And she didn't tell you that she was going to call cops after yesterday?
What reason would she, like, that's the whole thing. I'm thinking, like, you can't, so.
Not saying
she know you, or you think
she would.
Yeah, well, she always, every time she's drunk, she says she's gonna get me in trouble. That's like one of her main themes is when she tries to low blow me. She'll take it to, I'm not gonna let you see your daughter. It's usually, I'll get you. I'll get you locked up. I'll get you touched. I'll make you won't never see your daughter fucking with me.
She said that yesterday when you got that up.
Yes.
She did say
yes.
that. What specifically? Like, you
she
give
said,
a lot of examples there, but what
you ain't.
Did you say yesterday?
So you out here and you ain't hanging out with me, or you ain't see. I'm gonna get you locked up, and I'm not giving you your money.
That's the dumbest shit ever. You out here and you're not hanging out with me, and I'm not gonna give you your money. And because of that, I'm gonna call the police to get you locked up. That makes no logical sense at all.
Said I'm gonna get you locked up.
Yes.
Said that yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the money is the reason why I even agreed to meet her.
Sure. $350 is worth coming out and getting.
So
from a chick in the homeless shelter.
Can we get that? Have we got to talk to him to verify you're on the up and up and she's on some BS?
His name is Marcus.
Ah, Marcus.
I don't know his last name.
Don't know his last name.
What is his phone number?
467 Oh, it would help if I had my freaking phone somewhere. 467
Uh,
85 31 or 30 or something like that.
112.
Yes, sir.
And he lives in Milwaukee.
Yes, sir.
And you guys came out here together.
Yes.
Okay, so he has.
Well, like I said, Stephanie was. She's a older mixed lady, so she's not. You know, she.
Who do you know in Waukesha other than her?
I know a guy named Terrion.
Terrion.
I met
Terry on that.
I don't know where he lives now. I've been knowing him for maybe 5-6 years. I just know he stays in Waukesha. He comes down to Milwaukee a lot, and then he comes back up here. I don't.
How old is he?
Like 34, 35.
34. Where did?
Maybe.
Give me.
I know a lot of females.
Oh.
Well, how many times have you been to Tyrion's house?
Once in like 2018.
You remember?
It was like an apartment. It wasn't a house though.
Apartment?
Yeah.
Do you remember what was near it?
I think it was like right on the main street.
What's the main street? There's a lot of
Like,
streets. Like is
whatever
it near
street
downtown?
What would be considered downtown?
Where all the bars and restaurants and
It-
It's like a
shops are.
business district. Is Stephanie's
Oh.
place near downtown? Is there a bunch of bars and a business district
I didn't-
right near there?
The only thing I can remember is a gas station, like a TD Quarter gas station. I think this street is like a one-way. Whatever street is right here is like a one-way, and it's a gas station like right here.
Remember what kind of gas station? With the Mobile Speedway, Quick Trip, Hometown.
Not a Quick Trip, not a Speedway, like the blue and white one.
Blue and white. Any schools or parks nearby your house? Something like that? Anything you remember like that? Trails?
I know that park. I know that park is by old girl's house.
By whose house? Stephanie?
Yeah.
Park. What?
I don't know the name of the park, but it has like a little creek or something. It was something going on out there yesterday to where a lot of shit was blocked off.
A lot of shit was blocked off. Okay.
I don't like I said, I don't know about Waukesha. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it seemed like everybody was at that park, kind of walking around that creek,
Like a playground type park or like a
like a park. It seemed like a little creek or something. Well, I don't know if you would say a creek. What would that be? But
river?
Would that be a river? Does Waukesha have a river? Well, I know it's just a small body of water. It's like, how would I describe it?
A small body of water.
Blocking some shit off near there?
No, it looked like in that area.
In that area?
In that area, it looked like a bunch of shit was like blocked.
Blocked off. Yeah.
You couldn't go down certain streets or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
that park is close to the old girl's house where, that's why I said, look, when our friend was like, you know, your baby mama trying to get in touch with you. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's she telling you? What's going on?
Okay.
And she was just like, well, she said she got some money for you.
Oh.
And I was like, why would she tell somebody else? That's what I started thinking at first. Like, that's like, why is you because she'll tell me the same thing. Don't tell people our business. So then when she put us in, when she merged us in, you out here. I'm like, man, yeah, but I'm like, what's up? Like, you got, yeah, okay, cool. You gonna no, not staying out here like that. I'm watching the game and I'm gone.
So she tell you where to meet, or you tell her where to meet?
She told me where to meet. I said, it's a gas station right here.
A gas
And she was like, is it a park right there? I'm like, I don't know. Is it a park right here? They're like, yeah, there's a park right down here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, just meet me over there. I'll get the money from you, give you a hug, give you a kiss, and, you know.
So you don't know where you are. You don't know you don't know anything about the city, but somehow you say we're at near a gas station, just a random gas station. And there happens to be a park nearby that happens to be in walking distance to Erica. Okay, bruh. Okay. See, you need to get your lies straight.
I'll call you later or whatever.
Write them shit
It wasn't
down.
supposed to be us hanging out, spending time together. It wasn't that. It wasn't supposed to be that. She got mad because I didn't want to do that.
Oh.
That's why I kind of figured, but like I said, I didn't see her drink. I'm not going to sit here and say I saw her drink. I'm not going to lie on her. I didn't. But when she started acting like, yeah, you finna, that's when I kind of was like, she probably been drinking. She probably haven't just stopped drinking, but you was drinking sometime today. I know you was drinking sometime today. I didn't tell her that. I said, yeah, because she's acting too, you know what I mean?
No.
Oh, you just finna get, oh, you just think you finna get the money and leave, and you must got some bitch waiting on you, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, see, this is why. This is why I just should have just watched the game and left, dude. Like,
yeah.
All right. So
the fuck, man.
So you came out. How did you get out here again?
My friend.
What type of car does he drive?
Oh man.
Come on. Get your lie right.
Like a Kia.
Like a Kia.
Type of car. I don't know if it's a Kia, but it's a small 4-door car like that, in that type of model.
Okay. What color is it?
Like tan.
And was it just the two of you that rolled out together? Did anyone roll out from Milwaukee with you?
No, it was just us two.
Two of us.
He said he probably was gonna be some chicks over there. You know, like I said, the Stephanie girl is an older woman. She, you know, likes to party, drink, you know, watch the game. She cooks.
Sure.
Cool. Fuck it. Let's watch the game. Shit. I was only gonna probably go to my mom's house and watch the game there, and my mom has to go to work. So I was just gonna be sitting there like this.
That's what you needed to do.
Might as well go. You know what I'm saying?
Did he offer to drive?
And at the same time, cool. I can get the money from, you know, that she been holding for me.
Yeah. Did he offer to drive? What? I mean, do you have your own car? Did he offer to
drive?
No,
I don't.
How did you guys come?
I don't own a vehicle.
He don't own a vehicle.
Nope.
Do you have any car you can drive at all?
No.
I
have license.
Wonderful.
So you have a.
I do have license, but no vehicle.
No vehicle.
Don't ever use your niece's, nephew's, mom's car or anything like that.
My nephew doesn't have a vehicle. My niece is 14.
What about your mom?
No, my mom doesn't even know how to drive.
She doesn't have a car, doesn't know how to drive?
She doesn't know how to drive.
Oh.
She never learned.
Okay. She have a car that she lets you use at all?
No.
Does she have a car at all? Maybe not that she lets you use. Does she have a car in her name at all?
Mom ain't got
I think she did at one point.
Yes, she did.
Does she right now?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
So he didn't quite lie here, because when he said she did at one point, technically that's true. She did have a car that you drove and you wrecked and is no longer functionable. So technically she no longer has a car. You see how that worked?
Okay.
I'm not gonna say no because I don't know. I honestly don't know. Me and my mom we was kind of having family issues for a while, so we didn't talk for a while. Issues that didn't have nothing to do with this. It was between me and her. So we started back talking when I was in Georgia. So whatever she had going on when I was on the West Coast, coming back to Milwaukee, I don't know. But I can tell you this. My mom is 60-some years old. She's never drove. She doesn't know how to drive. She doesn't even have a license.
How'd she get a car if she don't know how to drive?
She catches the bus to work, which I don't like her doing because Milwaukee. Sure. She has to go. She works at Freighter, so she has to go. The way her bus route goes, she has to go way up to like 92nd and somewhere. She told me they don't even have a bus depot thing.
So your mama, who owns the car but can't drive, you are too sorry to take your mama to work and pick her up. You ain't got no job. She got to ride the bus. But you driving her car, doing all type of fuckery in her car, and you can't even take her to work? Really? Come on, man.
So it's getting cold as shit. and it's dark out there, and she's just standing out there. And I was just like, damn.
Pick her up.
So I'm like, you probably gonna have to change your route to catch the bus from downtown Milwaukee on Wisconsin Street, downtown Milwaukee, and then go up because I don't like her.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't like her doing that.
Oh, but
So
you won't take her
argued
though.
a little bit, and then you're saying you walked away yesterday.
Yeah, I just told her. I'm not finna freaking. It was people out there. They would tell you, I did not put my hands on this woman. I did not push this woman. I did not choke this woman.
People
I did not kick this woman. I did not grab this woman. I did not do anything to this woman.
People
Slapped
out there
her
as
and
in
punched
like
her in the eye.
just regular old civilians.
Just regular
or, like,
civilians. Just
People
regular,
that know you.
regular civilians.
Did you meet her by yourself?
I met her by myself.
No one from the house went with you.
No one. And there was people walking up and down the street. Like I said, it was people out because it was daytime. So it wasn't like we was just in some secluded area where it was just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
It was people out there, and
But anybody that knows you or knows
nobody
her?
that knows me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that knows me. I don't know if it was anybody around that knows her, but I know people were walking up and down the street. People were walking around that park.
Sure.
It was like, basically, we were out in public. Like, if we was out in public, if something would have happened,
And it did.
people would have, what the hell? Like, where was we going to go to not be seen?
All right. So I might have missed this. You touched on it. You were at the gas station or the park? I know the park's nearby. You met her at the
No,
gas
I'm saying
station.
the gas station. No, I met her at the park. The gas station was by the area that we were in. The gas station is by that park.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which car were you in when you met her at the?
I didn't meet her in the car. I walked right over there.
He
I
walked.
walked right over there to the park, and she was standing like right wherever this entrance to this park is. Like I said, it was.
So it's wintertime in Wisconsin, and I think the temperature was like 30 degrees or whatever, and it was windy. He had on a pair of fucking flip-flops and that shirt. Okay, if we gonna go by the story, he had on some flip-flops and no coat, and he walked from this imaginary Stephanie's house to the park to meet Erica Patterson. Wow.
People everywhere. So
Yeah.
anybody would see us standing out there. She was standing right there waiting for me. I walked up, gave her a hug, and she was just like, well, my friend has my purse, so I don't have the money and all this. I'm like, so you had me come way out here?
Like a power play or something?
That's basically was like, yeah.
Okay.
You know, you basically, you see how fast you caught on to that, and I was just like, you had me come way out here. You know, I ain't even supposed to be around you like that. You had me come way out here to meet you, for you to try to play and shit like this. I said, no, man, I'm gone.
I'm gone.
So
I'm out.
I'm
it was
out.
daylight when you met up with her. Was it still daylight pretty much when you walked away from her?
Yeah, it was daylight the whole. This was broad daylight. That's what I'm saying. Like, people outside, everything going on, people walking around the park. I'm like, anybody would have saw us talking. Anybody would have saw if anything happened. Anybody would have saw if I did something to her, she did something to me, if I ran from the scene, if I did this, anybody would have seen it.
Do you know how she got out here to meet you out here? She didn't say?
She's apparently been staying out here.
Okay. So were you...
This is what she told our mutual friend. I don't know if that's true.
All right.
I haven't talked to her and haven't seen her in like almost a month.
That's fine.
So I don't know.
You said you don't know where your phone is. We're talking your cell phone, right?
Yeah.
You're not sure. Did you leave it? Do you keep that with you? Is that your phone that you have with you all the time? Because you seem, I don't know where it is. I don't have it. You seem confused. It's missing. Is that something?
Yeah.
With
Well.
you?
Yeah.
Like if you go somewhere, do you take your phone?
Absolutely. My mom just got me that phone. It's my first ever iPhone.
Okay.
I don't know if she was using it first kind of thing, but she was just like, I got a surprise for you. No, I never had an iPhone.
Hopefully we'll find it for you. And that's the number with the 610, if I had to call you after today, the 610, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's why I was asking him. I said, man, when I told him, I said, look, y'all, I'm reaching for my ID. That's why I said,
See that shoulder?
how can y'all? not find my flip-flops or my phone. I had on some Green Bay Packer flip-flops because it was game day.
Have flip-flops.
Okay, were you out here at
It
all
was
Saturday?
game day.
No,
You never came into Waukesha Saturday?
not at all, sir.
Okay. Is there any reason she would tell us anything different?
No. Why
No.
would she? She know I wasn't out
Okay.
here.
Women are crazy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this woman is that crazy to just. I mean, she will lie. She's shown that, but then she, like I said, she'll just be like, I was mad. I was drunk. I was mad. And sometimes it's just I was drunk, and I'll be like, but do you know you can't?
So if y'all remember in the trial, he was always fixated on November 20th when he allegedly they met up at the park and he punched her in the eye and slapped her. And then allegedly she said, or she wasn't very forthcoming with all the information, and they didn't have any proof. That was going to be his 77th charge, and the state dropped it. But he wants to continue to say that event never happened. So this is sort of like the root of why he was always fixated that in the trial.
Because now you making it hard for my family, because now they looking at it like we don't want you around her. Yeah. And I'm like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been back and forth with this woman for 16 years.
16 years.
That's kind of hard to just be like, I'm just gonna completely just act like you don't exist.
Bye, bitch.
You got a child.
Nah.
Like I'm tied to this woman. We shared so many moments that
family's important.
Yeah, I just don't want her to don't come around me if you're drinking.
Oh,
that's it.
That's it.
We would never have any issues.
That's right.
Never. Unless she drinks.
She drinks.
So after you talked to her, Darrell, where did you go? Do you have they found you. It was cold yesterday. You didn't have a jacket. Did you have a jacket with you?
I didn't initially have a jacket because, like I said, I was riding with somebody else. So I figured.
But you didn't bring one in anticipation of the cold?
I didn't, because I figured I'm going from the house right to wherever we're going. So it wasn't like I'm finna hang out with y'all all night type of deal.
That's the stupidest shit ever. How? I can't. I'm be ending this soon.
We was just supposed to be watching the game, having a few cold ones, and then I was getting dropped back off home.
So what happened, Darrell, where you ended up? So I know you say you're not familiar with the area
at all.
I'll lay this out for you. Follow me for a minute. You say you're kind of near this park. I got an idea in my head of where you're talking, based on my knowledge of the city. It's right near Stephanie's, where you're hanging around watching the game, and Marcus is there.
Marcus
came out here with your phone because you take it with you.
Imaginary Marcus.
How did you end up at this guy's house? Now, you said when you walked away from Erica, did she go the other way? You walked away.
From what I remember, she just stood there.
Okay,
she was just standing there like.
Right. So whatever. You walked away and it was over.
So remember, Erica said when she testified that Darrell was yelling at her and mad at her about her not bringing him money, and she didn't say anything. She was crying. So looks like we've been corroborated some of Erica's story, haven't we?
It was over.
It was over. How did you end up at a guy's house asking to use his phone
with a sandwich in your pocket,
blocks away from Stephanie's? Okay, I can tell you that based on my knowledge of the city, based on approximately where you're telling me it is, without your phone in your shoes. You understand where that's kind of weird? How did you get to be over there? What happened?
No shoes.
Yeah, but what basically happened with that was when I got back over there by old girl house, I just said, because I don't really know Stephanie like that. It's my friend's friend or partner or whatever the case may be.
Whatever.
They was getting into it about pretty much the same thing that I was getting into it with Erica about.
Thank you, Bright.
I was just like, him.
Who's him?
Marcus.
Marcus.
Him, her, and whoever else, Stephanie.
Was there anyone else there other than
Yeah, at her house, yeah.
Okay.
A few girls that I didn't know.
Imaginary
but
Marcus.
they had already said it was gonna be people over there.
Okay.
So,
All right. So
I was pissed because I feel like I just met up with her, with my baby's mama. I just met up with her for absolutely nothing. You tell me, okay, you out here in Waukesha, I'm out here, let's meet up, I got your money, and then I walk over there and you don't have the money. Or you do or you don't. You just ain't gonna give it to me. However the case may be. So I'm just like, okay, whatever.
well, hold on.
So when I get back,
got you pissed, but
when I get back over there, I'm pissed.
okay.
They was getting into it, and he like, man, come on, bro, we just finna go.
So you walked back from the park back to this chick's imaginary house with flip-flops on and no coat. Flip-flops and no coat. Okay, and so you go back to Stephanie's house, and what happened?
Finna go, and I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, I just got into it with it. Now y'all into it. He like, man, this bitch tripping. Whatever, let's go. I'm like, nah.
Nah. So the dude that you rode there with is having an exact same argument with his old lady that you just had with your old lady. He says, this bitch crazy. Let's go. Let's go back home to Milwaukee. And you say, no. You say, no. Huh?
No. I'm like, I'm out, dog.
I'm out?
And I just started
Marcus
walking.
wanted to leave.
He wanted to leave, but I don't know what the fuck he was on.
Huh?
Dude, he probably didn't even get into it with old girl, but he out there like, man, let's just go, bro.
How long have you known Marcus?
I know Marcus for years.
For years.
Okay.
Okay, so you've known Marcus for years, but you don't know Marcus's last name. Now, all of my friends that I've known for years, I know their last name. I know their first and their last name. I may not know their birthday because I can't remember nothing, but I know their first and last name. So you know Marcus for years, but you don't know his last name. Okay. You know why you don't know it? Because he don't exist, and you didn't think of the lie.
I'm gonna be straight with you because you've been asking me for that all along. That doesn't make sense.
At all.
Listen to me, okay? Just listen to me. You go to this house. You leave. That wind was cold as hell.
Not at first.
Well,
Not at first.
by the time it was getting later in the day, I mean, after the Packer game, you're talking 3:30, 4 o'clock, it was getting cold. I was outside for a while.
Yeah, it was about like
So
3:30, yeah.
by the time you're talking, it was getting cold. All right. Marcus is ready to leave because
Come on.
this bitch is being crazy. He's like, I'm out.
I'm out.
You just went through the same experience. From what
Right.
you're telling us.
Come on.
You live in Milwaukee.
I don't know what
Hold on,
exactly
hold on,
happened with
hold
him,
on.
though.
I mean, I told you to let me lay it out. I know you don't know exactly what happened. But who are you going to trust more? Marcus, who you've known for years, or Stephanie? Why would you walk away,
Hey.
walk all the way down to where you did,
Hey.
leave your phone in the apartment apparently,
Hey.
No, I didn't.
along with your
I
sandals,
didn't leave it. I didn't leave it.
and go down to where you were and not take the ride back to Milwaukee?
Hey.
Follow what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Right.
understand?
I don't know if he
why that
left and
doesn't
went
make
back
sense
to
to me.
Milwaukee, though. I don't know if he did that.
But how are you going to get back if you don't get in the car?
I called an Uber.
Call the Uber.
That's what I did.
So what happened? How did you get all the way to where you went? Because there's all these businesses in between where you were and where you got to. How did you end up at a random house without your shoes and your phone, Darrell?
Get your lies
This is
straight.
what I'm saying.
Come on.
I had my flip-flops on.
On.
I had them.
Have
Okay?
him.
I just said that.
Get
Where
the
did
lies
they go?
straight now.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if when they slam me down, they just never, I don't know.
So the flip-flops magically disappeared. So you was there with your magical friend, Marcus, who's visiting his magical girlfriend, Stephanie, and you had on magical flip-flops that magically disappeared. This is amazing.
I'm knocked on 2 doors, not just the one.
So you had your flip-flops.
I had my Green Bay
at that
Packer
point.
flip-flops on.
On.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't just walking around with no shoes.
You may as well.
That didn't happen until after the fact. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
sandwich in your pocket, right?
So I guess another question I would have for you is if you had your phone too, correct?
yeah,
Okay, you didn't leave it at the apartment.
no. That's why I was telling you it should have been on the grass. Remember, I described the phone to you. I said it's black. It has a cracked screen.
Yep. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Why are you asking other people to use their phones? Why is that guy like?
My phone was dead.
Conveniently.
When did it die?
Conveniently.
I have no idea.
No idea.
And I didn't have a charger.
But you used it for the three-way call.
And I used his phone for the three-way call.
Okay.
Oh.
Like I said, we got a mutual friend named Michelle. Me and Erica do. I've known Michelle just as long as I've known Erica.
Oh.
She was the one that was telling me what's going on with you and your baby mama. Y'all not talking because she trying to get in touch with you.
Oh.
I said, yeah, I know she probably trying to get in touch with me. Well, I'm finna merge y'all. That's how I end up talking to her and telling her I'll walk over and meet you to get the money or whatever, give you a hug, give you a kiss, whatever. I had my flip-flops on then. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't just, because the ways he was making it seem like I was just running around with no shoes to begin with. Like, no.
I mean, it was pretty cold. You didn't have a jacket or a sweater.
Well, I didn't have a jacket to begin with.
Okay.
I didn't have a jacket to begin with, but I'm saying my shoes, I had flip-flops.
You had a jacket before? Or
I never had a jacket.
Okay.
I had flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
They packer
Flip-flops,
flip-flops.
no jacket.
Right, because I didn't feel like I was going to be like, I'm not going to be outside. Well, I'm thinking I'm not going to be outside. If I'm just going from a car to a house, it's no reason for me to have a coat on, or at least that's how I'm thinking.
So you mean to tell me that you're going to leave out the house in this wintertime and cold and get in the car? You have to get out of the car again to go into the next destination. So it didn't make any logical sense for you to put on a coat because you weren't going to be out all night. You're just going to be doing a hit and run, and then you'll be back. That don't make no sense, man. That don't make no sense.
I always do that. That's just like if I had a car and I know I'm finna go somewhere,
right?
And I'm like, I'm just going from here to there.
Right, here to here.
Well, it's no reason for me to just get all bundled up and do all this and that.
Right.
Were there still a bunch of people out when you left? When you left her house?
It was still daytime.
Okay,
It was
so there were
still
a bunch
daytime.
of people when you were talking to Erica. There were still a bunch of people when you left Stephanie's.
When I was I wasn't talking.
When you left Stephanie's,
It was still daytime.
it was still daytime.
Yes.
Okay. Were there still a lot of people out?
It was still people out.
Okay.
It was still people out. Not a lot in that area. By the park, it was a lot of people.
A lot of people.
Like I said, it looked like something was. I don't know what the hell.
I don't know what was going on.
But it was a lot of people out, and it was like I said, it was people. It was older couples walking down the street. It was younger people walking down the street.
It
People
looked like an event or something was going on?
I don't know, but it kind of seemed like it was a lot, like it was something going on to where it was vibrant.
It was vibrant. There was a lot of stuff going on. Oh, I don't know. We saw a lot of children there and a lot of families there. I wonder, could it be a parade? Could it?
Because there was a lot of people everywhere.
Walking up and down the street.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
People. That's what I'm saying. Like,
People.
if I got into a fight with her right there, it would be impossible for somebody to not be like, hey, this guy's fighting this chick or whatever the case may be. Like, how could somebody not see something?
How long was it
we saw.
between
We
leaving
saw you.
Stephanie's and those cops yelling at you at the door of that guy's house?
Was it dark when they yelled at you?
Yeah, by the time they came, it was dark.
Okay.
But we had been sitting out there. For a minute, me and the guy. We were sitting right there on the porch. We were just sitting there.
Define how long. Estimate.
Come on.
Maybe 20, 30 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
It wasn't long, but it was long enough for like I said, he let me use his phone. We sat on the porch.
Hey, it was long enough for him to give you a sandwich and let you borrow a jacket. And then they realized it was a bunch of police activity. And he said, you need to get the hell out of my house. That's how long it was. You need to get the hell out of my house.
We were sitting right there, just like this, just sitting on the porch. While I called me an Uber.
Call an Uber.
I called the Uber. I said, look, man, I let him know. I said, look, I ain't trying to rob you or nothing like that. Because when I knocked on the door, he kind of was like, whoa. I'm like, look, I don't got no weapons. I'm not trying to break in your house. I'm not trying to rob you. Nothing like that, dog. I just need to call an Uber. That's it. I'm not, he was just like, okay. I'll come out. Boom. I need an Uber to, what's your address? He told me the address. And we was just sitting there waiting. That's how I was going to get back home. I told him, I said, I got the money on my card. I'm not asking you for no money. I just need to use your phone.
That's it.
That was it. That was all. And then from there, we sat on the porch and just shot the shit out.
I'm saying, you told me last night he was cool with that. Like, he wasn't,
he
wasn't being weird. He was like, oh yeah, I'll help you out.
Yeah, we just sat there on the porch. And he did ask me, he said, do you need a jacket? I said, no, I'm straight. Like, I'll be home as soon as the Uber come. I know it's probably going to cost me probably like $40 to get from me. I'm guessing. I don't know, but probably, but I had enough on my card to where I knew I can get home. And that was the main thing. I'm like, I'm just going home. She can keep the money or whatever. I didn't even try to contact her further. I just was like, I'm gone. I'm calling this Uber and I'm going home. That's it.
Let me ask you this, Darrell. So you weren't out in Waukesha Saturday, just Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. Nothing physical yesterday. Like I told you, you're a part in the investigation. There's a lot of parts, right? To any investigation. There's people we talk. Well, this domestic abuse thing I'm telling you about, right? Okay.
So wait.
Hold on. Let me
go.
I'm
sorry. I just had a question, but
you talked about being a religious man, right?
I could do better.
God.
I could definitely do better.
We all could.
I'm not.
We all could.
No,
That's why.
Yesterday was a mistake. I should have just freaking watched the game.
Now that's true. Yesterday was a mistake.
Because.
And that's the thing. What do they teach us in Christianity, Darrell? That they teach us that we're broken, right? We're sinners. Even when we're born sinners. We're broken. That's why
Psalm
we're
51,
so
17.
thankful for God's grace and forgiveness, right? When we ask for it.
You know what? The devil knows scripture. Just wanted you to keep that in mind. Satan knows scripture.
Even though we don't deserve it. But when we ask for it, he gives it. All right? You're a father. You got 3 children, 18, 14, and 7?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got a mama that raised you well.
No, she didn't.
A God you believe in.
Absolutely.
All right? And all of them are, here's the thing they'll all want, is to tell that you're telling the absolute whole truth and nothing but the truth, right?
Absolutely.
So help you God, right?
Absolutely.
Sound familiar? We've all heard that, right? And I just have concerns if I fact check that Darrell's not telling me the truth. You don't have a car, so Marcus had to bring you out. You don't own a car. Your mom doesn't own a car.
Nobody owns a car.
So Marcus had to bring you out. So why did we find you with a car key in your pocket?
Uh-oh.
It wasn't in my pocket. I don't even know where they said that was laying on the ground.
That's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have been by my ID.
Oh.
It's your car key, okay? Because it goes to a Ford Escape in your mom's name recovered in Waukesha.
Uh-oh.
Listen, Darrell. I'm trying to be as open and honest with you as I can be. You know, I'm Christian too, and believe me, I'm not perfect. And neither are you. And I'm not calling you a terrible man. I'm not saying you were out yesterday hunting, and just let me finish. But you did not walk to that house. You did not walk to that house. You come here in a tan Kia. You didn't.
Sure didn't.
And who?
You did not come out here in a tan Kia.
He even forgot what he said.
Okay.
A who?
You got a key in your pocket to a car in your mom's name. Okay? And that key works for that car. For the love of God, Marcus. For yourself, for your family. You know what happened yesterday for the people. Tell me what happened
Well, what?
with the car.
What am I being
With your
investigated?
mom's
Oh.
You're driving goofy. People called in. You drove out of there in your mom's car, the red car. You're driving a little silly, probably because you're pissed. You met up with Erica in the car at the park. Now, initially, I believe you told us the gas station. Do I have that right? And then you changed it to the park. So that's an inconsistency.
No, I said the house was by the gas station. When you said what was by.
You said you went
Landmark.
and
Get
it
your
was by a
facts
gas station. That's
straight.
where you met her.
No. I said I met her at the park.
Okay.
At the
Well,
creek.
you met her,
I did say that.
You met her at the park in your mom's car, a red Ford Escape. She got in, you talked, and what you're telling me seems pretty consistent, that there was nothing physical between the two of you.
No, I didn't. No,
But you met her in the car.
I didn't put my hands on her. Nothing.
But you met her in the car.
What's going on, man?
You know what's going on.
Asking you a question.
Just be.
You were out there
Just tell
driving
me
kind of
what's going
crazy.
on,
Some
man.
people said you were driving kind of crazy. We got reports of it. You got the key, you got the car. Did you take the car or did your mom give you the car? I know you know what car I'm talking about.
I just want to know.
Huh.
So
Some people
Now,
reported,
listen,
you had all those
okay,
people
no,
out
no,
there,
no,
and they
no, no.
reported that
No.
car driving a bit erratic.
I know what you're saying. All I'm saying is this. We all been straight up with each other. You knew it was more to what you was asking me yesterday.
Does it matter?
Didn't know
That
for
would
sure.
explain the FBI and all that, right?
They're not here today. So if it's that big a deal, you don't see him here today.
So this entire time he has been, playing the odds. He's trying to see exactly what they know. He's not going to reveal any information unless he gets a feel for what they know, because he thinks that, I'm going to incriminate myself. And I don't know why he thought, running over 80 some people wouldn't know who he was and nobody saw him. And in the age of camera phones that he wouldn't got. Stupid. I'm not going to do this for too much longer. I just want to wait to the part where the officers leave the room, and then I'll do a part 2 to this.
Come on, Kurt. Hey, we been.
You guys met in the car in the park.
We've been cool, man, the whole time. If I did something wrong,
That's why they were
serious-
here. But do you see them here today? They're not here today.
Yeah, but y'all lied to me, man.
You
You make it
lied.
seem like they just come for no reason.
Well, here's the thing, Darrell.
And I'm like, what
Hey,
if it's
Listen to
that?
me for a minute.
I apologize.
I can give you a clean slate
I
here.
apologize.
Because you have lied to us as well. Because you came out here in the red Ford Escape. Okay, that is what you came out here in. You had the key. All right? So what I want to do is try to give us all a chance to reset. You understand what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
Start over. Because you're not giving us accurate story.
Nope.
You didn't ride out with Marcus in a tan car. You said your mom doesn't have a car. I've just told you we've disproven that. All right? I don't know what kind of woman she is. I don't know what y'all been through. But you were seen in the car driving kind of acting a fool. Okay? In basically the same area that you've already been able to describe to me. I'm just trying to figure out how and why it happened. What made you tear out of there? What made you so mad where you're like, fuck it, and you raced on out of there? And then people go, man, this guy's, he's driving around here kind of fast.
The wheel's spinning. The wheels are spinning in his head.
All I want to know,
Uh-huh.
like I said, y'all been cool with me. Am I charged with anything?
See?
All I want to know. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Right now,
Listen, I was
you were driving a bit
so,
reckless.
listen,
Might
I
be an
was so,
OWI.
now listen.
Come on. Get your
No, I
stand.
don't drink.
You
You said you had a couple cold ones during the game.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the hard alcohol,
Okay.
It's not my thing. I was not drunk. When you get the blood back, it's not going to be any alcohol in it. THC, for sure, because I smoke. And if it stays in your system for 30 days, then it's going to be in there.
It's gonna be in there forever.
No hard alcohol. I wasn't drunk.
But you was high.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All I was saying was, it just felt like, let's railroad this dude. Because that's how it felt.
When?
The whole process yesterday. And I know you guys are a little bit different than Milwaukee. I was never two different departments, two different things. I get it. But Milwaukee would have just been like, look, we want to talk to you about this what you're charged with, this and this and this what you're looking at. With y'all, it was kind of like, y'all know, but y'all just not going to say nothing.
There were a lot of things going on yesterday. That's not a lie. A lot of officers were busy on other stuff. So,
And it was not
and
a lie
they
that we had to
they
talk
weren't
to
able to
Erica.
find her. They knew you had talked to her, but they weren't. She didn't call it.
All I'm
Someone
saying
else
is,
called
she
it.
didn't say I hit her, did she?
Yesterday, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because I'm like, I did not. So that's, at least y'all know that that much. I did not put my hands on this woman at all. Not a choke, not a kick, not a slap, not a punch, not a push, not a grab.
Not yesterday, right?
I did not touch her.
Right.
Right. So what had you so mad? Because you had your mom's car, or I don't know if you use it. Who uses it? You got the key in the car. Is it hers? Is it yours that she lets you use? Let's clean that part up. Whose car is it?
It's my mom's car.
Okay. How often do you drive it?
Not very much.
It's the red Ford Escape.
It's all I want to know.
Oh, what am I being charged
Please.
with?
Just, please. Whatever you can't tell me, I understand. I understand. All I want to know, just so I can have a peace of mind, just for my girls, man. What am I looking at?
The girls that you don't
Well, the
support.
fact you're kind of racing around up and down the street. That's the first part. Right? So we're not quite there yet. I'm trying to figure out if I've got all my facts right first. So this wasn't a three-way call. Let's back up to there for a second. How did you come to meet her in the park?
So y'all can't tell me nothing?
You can't tell me nothing?
Well, you were driving. He told you yesterday they took the blood.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So I mean,
he was gonna take that anyway.
there's
Right?
no OWI there.
The OWI.
Got some reckless driving.
Reckless driving.
Reckless driving.
Yeah, because you kind of accelerated out of there. Why did you tear out of the park so fast?
Reckless driving.
Oh, now you don't know what it
Why did you
means.
tear out of the park so fast?
So you don't gotta tase me, dude.
Sorry. Just to replace it with my hand.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy.
No,
Don't tase me, bro.
No, I've been tased before, so when I see that, it's like, whoa, you don't have to do that, man. I already got slammed on my shoulder.
My bad. There was nothing there.
Okay,
That was just me resting my hand.
I'm just saying.
Nope.
I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna try to run. I'm not gonna try to hurt anybody or myself or anything.
That's my bad. There was nothing. There's no message there.
Don't tase me, bro.
What am I looking at, man? I don't have a problem with telling you everything you need to know. I just want to know what I'm looking at, just for my kids' sake.
For your kids' sake.
At least.
So we're fact collectors. Like I was telling you before, my job isn't to pin something on you that you didn't do. My job is to figure out what happened, what the truth is. And as he was explaining before, there's, one version, somebody else's version. In the case of the domestic stuff, Erica, what she said to the officers, what you're telling us, and sometimes, most of the time, the truth somewhere in the middle.
So
So our job is to
being
collect all that.
charged with anything.
At this time, you're not being charged with anything. Nothing's up at the DA's office. I haven't written any report. Jay hasn't written any report.
That's what I was saying, because I'm still like, I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody. So I was just kind of like, if I did get the opportunity, I'm gonna call obviously home to see
Right.
if my girls are see if my girls are okay.
So
What am I supposed to tell them? Like, what's going on? I
And
don't
that's
know what
the
I'm
point
facing.
of-
I don't know if I'm even coming home. I don't know.
You tell them I'm a dumbass and I stalked my ex-girlfriend. I stalked my girlfriend and I chased her around. I slapped her, I punched her, and I got into a fight with her friends who were trying to defend her and probably saved her life. And the police were coming. I was stupid and I decided to run off in a part of town I don't know anything about. And instead of me stopping or turning around or whatever, I decided, fuck it. If anything is in my way, it's got to go. And I literally ran over people, women and children. That's what you tell them.
No,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of the point of this interview with you talking to us, so we can get that background, and if there are charges, that they're appropriate. Like we said, Erica, intoxicated, troublemaker, previously recanted about stuff. That's stuff that we're gonna go look into. Hey, Milwaukee, you ever had this lady call and say, hey, that was garbage that I said? You told us that she's done that in the past.
She does it every time.
Right.
And that's like I said, you said you talked to her, right?
See, back to Erica.
No, I didn't talk to her. We listened to the interview.
You want any more of this to eat?
That fish sandwich. It's in a bigger bag.
Oh,
The little bag you
I
can
just brought them
throw.
both. I didn't ask.
Okay.
So like I said, we're just here collecting the
well,
facts. That's the point of this interview, is to collect facts. Because I don't want to tell you that, you're charged with X, Y, Z if you didn't do X, Y, Z. We got to collect it. It's all fact gathering.
I just feel like y'all know more than what y'all say, though.
Of course
And
they do.
That's what has me like, why should I cooperate when there's no cooperation with me? Nothing I'm saying is gonna help me.
I mean, like, it doesn't make sense to you that we're trying to gather the facts?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense,
Okay.
what you guys are doing. I'm just saying I don't want to get railroaded by people not being honest. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't know what I'm looking at, it's like, what the hell? Like, why should I just sit here and be like, oh, this is everything and blah 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 blah, and then people come back and be like, okay, so now we're gonna charge you with this and this and this and this and this when y'all knew this from the door.
That's
Well, we don't
literally
wanna
not how it works,
charge
sir.
you. We're that's again the fact
And
gathering.
it's like,
we're asking
dude.
the questions about, you know what I mean? That's why we ask the questions, so that we can figure it out. Like I said, our goal isn't to get you in trouble and pin anything and everything on you. Our goal is to find out the truth about what happened. You know a version of events that happened, and we want to hear that from you so that we understand that version of events.
By me being 100% honest, I'm still gonna get charged with not being honest.
Being obstructing?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Well, by you not being honest, what you're doing is you are showing that you're a person of low character. So, when you are asking, why don't people believe me? Well, you have a track record. You have a history of lying and being very selfish and self-serving and duplicitous.
That's not, that's
You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm only doing that.
I'm not doing that.
My thing is, I know that I didn't put my hands on this woman. I know.
See, we still back on Erica.
I love this girl, man. Like, regardless to anything, we gonna end up being together. That's why I don't understand why we go through, like, why people can say something that they know didn't happen and you still get jammed up for it. I don't think it's right.
No, and that's why we're asking those questions, so that you don't get
I
jammed
think
up
she
any
should have
further.
just been like, look, man, because I haven't been even talking to her. I haven't been trying to get in contact with her. I haven't been trying to reach out to her. I haven't been doing any of that, but she's been doing it with me.
Mhm.
And the fact that, you do have some money in mind that you were holding for me. I do need that at this point. But don't make it seem like I'm just the type of guy that just wake up in the morning and just want to beat the hell out of you. Like, I'm not that type of dude.
No, I know.
And you know, and she knows this.
I don't believe that you are. But what the picture that you're painting for me is that yesterday she did that to you. Hey, I got money. I got your money. You go, she doesn't have your money. You get mad. You do the right thing. You didn't hit her. You didn't succumb to any of those.
At all.
Right.
I did not put my hands on this woman at all. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. You didn't do any of the things that lesser men would do when they get pissed off at their ladies that's dicking them around.
I know how to.
So you got mad.
I know how to remove myself.
Right. So you got mad and you removed yourself. But when you removed yourself, you tore out of there in the car in your mom's Escape, and you were driving
Where were
a
you
little
going?
goofy.
Where were you going when you left? When you pulled away in the car?
This is my thing.
What?
Anything that I say, I've been through this too many times. I try to be cooperative, straight up with, and then I'll come back and I still have a million charges.
Because you did it.
Nobody was straight up with me.
They don't have to
It's
be.
like, nobody don't have to lie to me. If I'm facing some serious charges, I'm facing some serious charges. If I'm not, I'm not. I just be wanting to know the truth. They don't even have to tell me what the charges are.
Mhm.
Just, hey man, it's kind of bad. Or, hey man, like, you know, you keep showing us the real, we wipe this off and you just give me, you know what I mean? And then we go from there. That's different. But every time I go through this, even when I know, I'm like, okay. Like I just went through this with her. And I'm like, I know I didn't do nothing. There's no reason for me not to, you know, talk to the guy or whatever, the police guy or whatever. So I know I didn't do anything. I know she's going to sit up and be like she was just drunk, she was mad, which she did, which I told him she was going to do. And this guy was just like, oh, yeah, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. Come back and I got 7, 8 charges. And I'm like, what?
So your issue right now with us is you feel like we're not sharing.
I'm getting railroaded.
Okay.
I know I am. No, y'all not telling me what's really going on.
You know what's going on.
The full truth either.
I know, but and what I was saying was,
I didn't initially. So when you left, you guys met in the car. You didn't walk there. She got in the car.
If I tell you everything that happened, are y'all gonna be straight up with me about what I'm facing? That's all I want to know.
Well,
I don't want to know anything else. I don't need you guys to tell me, hey man, this is this, that is that, this is this. I just want to know. Just for the fact that, like I said, my girls.
Yeah, no, I got you. I don't know the entirety right now. So while I'm here, a couple officers talked to Erica. I'm not the only one working on it, so I don't know everything. I got a report to a boss, so I don't know exactly everything that's going to be yet. And that part's not a lie. I don't know exactly everything that's going to be yet. I'm just trying to figure out to get to that point where I can have a clear idea and call who I need to call to get some of the information to find that all out. I'm trying to get a clear idea of what really happened regarding you and her. And when you drove away, where you were going. Or did you not know? You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I don't know everything.
Wow.
I don't
Because
have
I'm
an
out
answer
here
for this
and they're
at
out
all.
there. Oh, well, shit.
Right, and I'm like, how long do I gotta sit in this? Where are we at?
Skigo.
How long do I gotta sit in this jail before I can call somebody? Get a phone call, let my daughters know, hey man, I don't know what's going on, but it's good to hear your voice. Are y'all okay?
Yeah, we're trying to get to that point, Darrell, but
You making it hard, bro.
the question I asked you when you left, where were you did you know or did you not know? Were you just mad and you left? Where were you going when you initially drove off? That's easy. If you didn't know where the hell you were going, or you didn't have an idea, or you didn't have a particular destination in mind, so be it.
Come on,
We've been talking a couple hours. You want to sit and eat a minute?
get your lies straight.
I wish they had some Tylenol.
Oh, we back in pain.
I've been trying to fight this pain, man, since
Ooh.
They might, I don't know.
they show.
I don't know
asked them.
how, did you ask them?
Yes,
So they don't?
they just said they'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
So they know you was lying.
It hurt worse now than it did yesterday
Oh,
or last
no.
night, rather.
Yeah, it's gonna be sore.
It's definitely sore.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Take a
god.
break and see.
Oh,
if
no,
you,
his shoulder.
Yeah, we can see if we can, how about we see if we, want me to see if I can find some?
Yeah, I just wanted.
Let me see if I can find some.
It's
I
so
can't
many
give you any
things going through my
guarantees.
mind right now. The pain that
You
I'm
don't
not
know-
even. I didn't
Coming in
even know
lies.
she called the word.
She didn't call,
Call
I
the
think,
cops or.
yeah, someone else did. I know you said you lost your phone, or you didn't
Yeah.
know where it went dead, and now you don't know where it is. If we find it, so we know it's yours, can get it back to you, I know you said it's cracked, but
No, well, the
They're out.
screen is cracked, but it has a. I don't think it went all the way to the
what's
glass.
the code? So we know it's yours, and if we can try to return it.
It doesn't have a number code. It has, you have to
Can you draw it?
do it with that.
Can you draw it?
It's dead. It's not even gonna turn on.
Well, Yeah.
Oh,
but
can
you
you
don't
draw
wanna
it?
give
charge it, give it to somebody else. Are you able to, it's like,
It's a 7.
What?
I draw the keypad right there.
It's,
typically it's
the
6.
phone is dead. So
But like I said, we can charge it. I don't want somebody else to say, "Oh, that's my phone."
Are you
And
able
now
to
we're
draw
giving
it?
your property to somebody else.
wait a
You know what I
minute.
mean?
So that sounds like y'all got my phone.
Uh-oh.
If we find it. I didn't say we had, I said if we find it.
They got your phone, bro.
It's a 7.
All right, so in that direction? Okay. All right, so this way down? Okay. No, I don't know if they have it now, but if we find it, you don't have it, so it I would think to be in somewhere in the area of that house.
Man, it's wow.
So you want us to look for
Man.
some Tylenol?
Yeah, it would be good to just kill some of this pain. But
Get the
I
pain.
just, like I said, man,
Oh.
I don't want you guys to be like, man, it's just so much going through my head. The main thing I'm thinking about is my girls, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, man, Erica, man, I love that girl, man, and like, there's no reason for her to put me in this type of position because you're mad at me, dude.
Oh.
You know I didn't put my hands on you. You know I did.
Yeah.
Not one thing, like I said, not a slap, not a punch, not a kick, not a push, not a choke, a grab. I didn't snatch her up, or you know what I'm saying? Nothing. I wouldn't even been around you if you didn't say you had my money. I would have never came around her. I would have just let it play out, and then, you know, eventually we're gonna talk. That's smart. We're gonna talk. We're gonna eventually be back around each other. Our only problem is when she drinks. When she drinks, that's when everything goes left.
Goes left.
That's the only time me and her ever have issues. The only time. Like, she's not a bad woman, man. It's just that alcohol. It just, I don't know what it does to her. She's been drinking for a long time, and it just makes her. You would be like, I don't even know this person. And then when she's sober again, I'm sorry, I'm this, I'm that. She's crying, she's this, she's that. And it's like, I love you anyway.
Oh.
I just want you to stop drinking.
No, that's big of you.
You know, that's it.
That's
just
it.
Stop drinking, man.
Just stop it.
Get rid of that stuff, right?
Man, man, we've lost so much. Not just me and her. We've both lost so much because of it.
Oh. It's all Erica's fault.
Like I said, where my mom's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. If she drinking, she can't be. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that because we all.
Right.
Your mom's a pretty good judge of character.
Yeah, and I'm just like, come on, man. Like, we gonna be together anyway. So why keep having me go through all this and that when you know I'm trying my hardest
I'm trying.
to get back on track, man. I'm tired of sitting in places like this, being cuffed, getting my freedom taken from me. I'm tired of it. I'm not a bad dude, man.
Well, fuckface, what you can do is you can stop breaking the law.
I don't run around here robbing people and carjacking people and some of this shit. I don't sell drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good.
I'm not into none of that shit.
No, no one here said you were.
I know. I'm just saying. You know, I'm not into none of the garbage.
No one here said you were.
It's just I have a freaking problem with my baby mama because me and her love each other and she drinks and we won't stay away from each other. That's my biggest thing right now.
Admitting
Is
the
the
crime.
fact that you can't expect me to just throw 16 years just down the drain and be like, oh, I'm just gonna act like she doesn't exist. I'm not gonna do that to her.
Oh.
And then that's only gonna hurt my daughter because my daughter is like she really pushes for that. I want you guys to work it out. I want you guys to get along more. I want you guys to.
That's so big of
And
you.
if I'm telling my daughter, oh, I'm not messing with your mama, blah 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 blah, it's gonna hurt her too.
Oh.
And you know, I want to be happy, but I want my girls and my kids to be happy. And I'm saying all my girls, Mom, Erica, my daughters.
Just want what's best for them.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you seem like
Are you
no
crying?
one's saying
He pretending to cry.
no one's saying you're no one's saying you're a terrible guy here, Darrell. But you know, you don't. I'm just asking for you to make sure you're being straight about everything with Erica and you know how you got out here. You want us to go? What were you gonna say?
I said, yeah, I know what you. It's just, man, it's just hard. It's just hard going through. It seems like I just can't catch a break, man. You know, this one of my open cases is almost 2 years old. I've been fighting this, and I've been getting everything back on track. Had my job, lost that from just being like I said, I didn't get fired or anything, and I wasn't the only person that got laid off, so it wasn't just a me thing.
This time.
A lot of people lost their job. Man, it seemed like right when I'm right, I can feel it like I'm gonna turn that corner. Everything's gonna line up. Something happened.
I do it to myself every time.
It's like, what am I doing to deserve it?
Oh, what?
I can see if I was, involved with a lot of the shit that goes on in Milwaukee. I can see that, but you're not. I'm not. And I'm still getting fucked over. You know what I mean? It's like, man.
Oh no.
Man, dude.
I only cry for
All I
myself.
keep seeing is my baby girl's face. I just keep seeing it's like a replay.
Your 14-year-old or your youngest?
My 7-year-old. Yeah, she's like a daddy's girl.
Daddy's girl.
Like, I don't even think I can stress it.
Daddy.
Like, I couldn't even stress it.
Daddy.
Like, daddy.
Daddy.
And it's just, man, I'm just, besides physically hurting, I'm just like, my heart is hurting, man.
Oh.
I keep having to go through stuff like this and being away from her. I'm missing her grow up, man.
Oh.
Mom's getting older. Tomorrow ain't promised. Something can happen to her, and I'm in a situation like this, and I can't even help my family.
Oh.
I can't even help. God forbid if something was to happen to my mom, I can't even help her.
Well, you weren't doing it anyway.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of things that I think about because I'm getting older, and it's like, My mom ain't gonna always be here. You know, my sister died when she was 31. I've been helping raise her kids since. Her son is grown now, but she still got a 14-year-old that she never even got a chance to see her son walk across the stage. I got a chance to see my son do that. That's a proud moment. Like, I got my son through high school.
Oh, you got him through. Got
Now
it.
I'm waiting on the girls, man. It's just like, it's so much for me to look forward to. But it's like, this woman, man.
It's Erica's fault, man.
And I love her to death, man. I want her to be my wife, man, but I just wish somebody could tell her that. Like, I wish somebody could really tell her, like, man, this dude loves you, man.
Man, he
Why are
loves
you
you.
doing this to this guy, man?
Why are you doing it to him?
Literally wants to marry you.
He wants to marry you.
16 years, man, off and on. I'm not gonna go mess with nobody else, man. That's the person that I want to be with, but I'm not gonna continue to be the scapegoat because you want to drink. And when you know I don't, you making it seem like I just beat up on you. Like I'm just like you're a punching bag or something. I don't wake up and be like, oh, bitch, I'm gonna hit you. Well, I'm like, what? It's like almost like I'm demonized here. Like
you're a demon. Yes.
I'm not saying you're a demon.
No, not you. Not y'all saying that. But it's just I feel that way because
you're trying to.
I'm saying you're a demon.
Trying to guess.
I know you heard that. Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. He in pain again.
Oh, that fucking hurt.
Oh.
I know you heard that.
I heard it. Didn't check.
We're gonna go check with them. Maybe they'll listen to us a little bit better.
Fuck.
Oh God.
You want us to check?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, give us a minute.
See what we got. Dude, it gotta be something wrong, man.
There's something wrong.
How in the hell is it?
Sometimes sprains will pop too.
Yeah, but why is it hurting like this? And they say there's nothing. Dude.
Because sprains can actually be more painful than a break.
Whatever they did, it hurt so bad.
Ooh.
Want to keep the food? Why don't you keep the food and the soda, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
God.
All right. Now watch this. Check this out.
I think we got that Tylenol. We'll be right with you.
Ooh, and look at the police. Oh God.
Let me get you a Tylenol.
Yeah. Am I looking at a domestic?
Hold on. I'm finna run this black, and then I'm gonna cut it here, and then I'll do a come back and do a part 2. But let me run this black. Okay, and okay, let me play this.
Whatever they did, it hurt so bad.
Want to keep the food? Why don't you keep the food and the soda, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
God.
Now let me slow this down. You know, I enjoy doing the slow down. Playback speed. That pain miraculously is going away. Oh Lord. Anyway, I've been up here long enough. So that's gonna be my part. Well, this part of the series, this is gonna be part one of looking at his interrogation. And when we come back, we'll do the remaining part and we'll get into some more of these lies. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys for coming by. Make sure again that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already, and hit that like button and the notification bell. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year.
Drums, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have had a great time tonight. We have truly enjoyed ourselves, and we would like to thank you for being a part of the show and coming to visit this platform. Live on YouTube, Auntie Miracle B. Make sure you come back, because it's all the way live each and every time. Auntie